Previously on ADND.
We have very loyal characters that, like, if you hurt someone who's connected to us, we're like, we will kill you.
You gonna die now.
I don't trust easily, but once I do, we're bonded forever.
Yeah. You notice he's a little more green around the gills. He does not. He looks a little under the weather today.
On school?
Yeah.
Well, we're heading to La Rivage. I have someone I'm hopefully having meet us there.
No.
I don't know who all knows about this tattoo artist. It sounds like there are a couple of them, perhaps.
And I have a animal companion now.
Three. You got both the gauntlets and then three of the plates off of his back.
So then two
gauntlets.
I'm gonna fashion stuff once I figure out how to do that.
So you look through his eyes. Sees two gnolls running away with two horses in tow and ghosts, and a third gnoll that has just plunged his axe down into Vera. And as you slide off,
No, I
you
swear.
reach out and you touch Vera, and nothing happens.
It's not even his wife.
I know! This is stupid! Oh my gosh!
Do you want to talk to him?
No.
Why not?
Oh.
Okay, fine, I'll talk
Would you like to
him.
kill him?
I'll talk to
I would
him.
like to kill him, but if you would like
I'll
to talk
talk
to
to
him,
him. I'll
you
talk
may
to
talk
I'll give him 3 hit points.
I'm loading my crossbow.
Just casually.
You now do greatness, and now we pillage at his will.
I totally thought that it was not that. Okay.
It's just what they do.
Yeah.
You picked the wrong people to mess with. And your pack will suffer for it.
Yeah, you can kill him.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him in the eye.
I know this is a bad time, but Kale's gonna be pissed.
We're like 3 miles from the
3
city.
miles.
right?
Yeah, we're not
About
far,
there.
but there's no need to hurry.
Yeah. And are we gonna clap?
This is what. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is like the thing we've been starting now. Ready?
What?
3, 2, 1, clap.
Oh. I was like, hey, that's my thing. Hang on.
I handed you a clap. I'm
Okay,
confused.
ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I will use that to sync up the cameras when I edit
video and
later.
stuff like that. It's for editing purposes for him.
It's mostly because
So whenever we switch out,
It's mostly because it's entertaining.
yeah, that too. We count down and we all clap to make one big sound thing that he can.
that I will
Fine,
find on
easy.
this camera and that camera so I can match those up to like the same side.
we have a clapboard as well, but this is more entertaining.
But this is way more entertaining.
Yeah.
So
Like
we
me.
can introduce Eliani.
Oh yeah. Jacob, introduce Eliani.
This is Eliani. Here we go. And done.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are sitting there, you spent the night. You wake up in the morning.
Do we have a long rest?
No, I want to go back to.
Oh.
We were gonna, cause
We hadn't made camp. It was right.
we were like we should go to camp, and then we ended this session. We're not
Okay.
necessarily like.
Okay, so it is
Done.
it is coming on to late afternoon, 5 or 6 o'clock. Sun's starting to go down.
And the people that were in the caravan, did they just move on? Did they go there?
Yeah, they thanked you and
Okay.
they grabbed their horse and cart that had been taken and they left.
Okay. One of the things we want to make sure we do is actually like loot the bodies for anything valuable and collect all of it. That's what we're gonna do before, and just like throw it all in the cart, and then so
We'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want us to roll for that, or just you just something that
Sure. Make an investigation check for all the bodies back at the. So just one investigation check back at the one that you chose,
Doing it.
the group that you chose.
Do you want to give me advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, 15. Yeah, we're gonna take 15. So 17 total.
Okay. All right. So you find one set of scale mail,
Okay.
one set of splint.
Are you,
Armor.
I was gonna say, are you writing this down for like the what's in the cart?
Yeah,
If you
I
want me
have
to.
more stuff too over here.
Alright,
from-
hang on.
Okay, I can. Okay.
Okay,
Scale
start it.
mail.
So, yeah.
Scale mail,
Or one.
one scale mail and one splint, splint mail, and then you find one breastplate, a great axe, 2 bone-handled whips, and across all of the bodies about 25 gold.
25 gold.
Do you want me to just add that to the
Yeah,
fund
just
fund?
put that in the group fund. And then all that's gonna just go in the wagon for now.
Okay. Alright. Because that's all goes there. And then...
I know, because I was trying to write it really quick.
Oh, you also find 2 longbows. They're not in the greatest condition. The bowstring's a little frayed. And you find...
There was a W.
Yeah.
You find among them 32 arrows.
For a longbow.
Yes, 32 longbow arrows.
How many bows, how many arrows can I hold total?
In a quiver, 20. There are quivers with them as well.
He had
I
started
have
at
started
25
at
hours
25.
arrows.
Or 25, whatever. Something.
Okay, so can I replenish
What?
mine? I'm gonna take 3 arrows to replenish my stock.
You start with a quiver of 20. You can buy more.
I think you start with 40.
You do? You can start with, I started with 20.
That's.
I mean, I have the player's handbook in front of me, I can check.
So we found 2 we found 2
2 longbows, not in the greatest condition.
Not great, but
And then
arrows.
and then you found 32 one-use only arrows. There won't be recoverable, basically.
They're just like
Yeah.
right on the edge of
Yeah.
glory.
No, a longbow and a quiver of
Hashtag
20 arrows
Lady Gaga.
is what rangers start with.
Oh, the range.
What?
Fighter,
Did you get the reference?
base.
I didn't hear what
Long
you
bow
It
and
says
20
20
arrows.
arrows,
Edge of
but yeah,
glory.
we found more, so.
Yeah, you found more.
It's a Lady Gaga song.
I'm,
Edge of Glory.
Oh.
you know,
Listen,
I-
My mama told me when I was young. We're all born superstars.
Of glory.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the name of the song.
I don't actually
Oh wait,
know
no,
what
I was singing the wrong song. What song was I singing?
I don't know.
You're thinking.
Oh, I was born this way. God
Yeah, I was
dang
gonna
it.
say
that's my
not-
favorite song.
that's
by
not
her.
her.
No, it's
I
not
know
that.
that song.
I don't know why I went.
I don't
to that
remember
song.
what it
That
was,
my
but
bad. That was my bad.
Alright.
I'm so confused.
Listen to Miriam.
also we're called ADND because it's AD.
We get off
with an
topic
and.
real fast.
Yeah, we get off topic.
A lot.
Clearly.
We should just
Did
try
you
to
practice your signature?
No, I was demonstrating my signature. This is my old
To me.
signature, and this is
No, I was practicing forging
Oh,
it.
so the new one's just a little whippy thing.
no. My new one's like way better.
Because it has a whippy thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Now you make me feel self.
what are you guys doing? You guys looted the bodies?
Looted the bodies, and we've already double checked. I already had Lycos double check to see if there's anybody else,
Yeah, there's nobody.
and there's nobody else.
Okay.
Now I guess we can make camp if you want. Or are you okay, Talon?
Like this much okay, not a lot.
Why is this whippy thing so far?
I just noticed the music. That violin just
It's very fitting.
went for it, and I was just like, oh wow, tearjerker.
I'm going to return to Shallah to visit my family. I will see you to the edge of
Glory.
edge
Nicely
of
done.
Rivage, and then I will
Have to go yourself.
I will leave and go there. After I check in with them, and I will return to Kalina Defensive Hall and try to buy that warehouse and open a brewery, but that will be a long time in the future.
So we will see
We
you
may
again.
see you again.
We may, yes, you may see me.
I mean, unless we die on this adventure, which is possible.
Whoa.
It's always a
I
possibility.
know, but don't
The
say it.
character died last week, not one of us.
I
Yeah,
mean,
an
we
NPC.
didn't get that before. It's reality now.
It's reality now. All right.
Um,
Also, just to double check, to clarify, on the attuning, the max is 4 because I'm attuned to 4 items, so we're gonna call it like that's the max on that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many I attuned to until I counted them up. Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna talk to you. So, with the tuning, can I like, so let's say for
You can
example,
unattune to an item.
unattuned to an item.
You can say I
You can
unattune.
switch what you're attuning to.
Right, but what I'm saying is, so does that switch take an hour?
Yes.
Or
yeah,
is
you
it,
can
if
unattune.
I'm already attuned to something, what I'm saying is, so like for example, so with my boots, if I were to just take off my boots and put them in my backpack and like have a different pair of boots, then would I have to, if I wanted to put the boots back on,
Just take an hour.
would it have to take an
reattune to
hour?
them?
Or
I don't think so because you're attuned to them. You haven't said I
But that
unattune
being-
from them, meaning
Okay.
you just separate your
But that
your
being
essence
said,
from
in
them.
order for me to attune to another item, I would have to unattune
Yes.
those boots. Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Or any of your weapons that you would want.
Or, okay, well then that being said, so if I unattune to the boots, can I still wear them? They just
Yeah.
have no magic.
They just have no
Yeah.
magical powers.
Oh, well that makes
They're
sense.
basically indestructible because they're magic.
Dopeness.
Most magic items are basically indestructible.
That answered my question, thank you. Alright.
And don't fall on the chess pieces.
Yeah.
Well, the chess pieces, did we decide if those were attuned? Because
But
yeah.
they're
No,
not
but they're
magic.
magical, so they
So
won't
they won't
break.
break.
So it'll just
Oh, so yeah.
fall on your body.
Oh, Legos.
Pull
Ow.
a chunk out of her foot
Okay,
and
I'm
let
lost.
go.
Yeah, this is where, yeah. I'll explain everything.
We found a bunch of magical chess pieces
okay,
that
first
upon
of all,
speaking
so
command
Sir
words.
Pickles is a little, you might notice, like I have the little horse on my,
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
that's a little.
Do you want to make camp here, or do you want to stay in town and make preparations for your journey?
I think we should stay here.
Alright, I start making camp.
Okay, I am gonna get. I don't know why I'm excited.
He's so ready.
I've been holding onto these forever. Anyway, I'm gonna pull out the one of the bottles of
Oh yeah.
Alexander.
We don't drink.
I'm gonna do wine, and it's the one
Okay.
that says angels on it.
Okay.
She is one, and no, she is one.
She was one, no, she is one. Oh no. Oh no. That's oh my gosh.
And I will share it with everyone.
Awesome. So you guys have a very, very fine wine.
It's really good quality Vallah.
I was
Really
gonna
good
say,
quality.
So yeah, how does Vallah find the wine to his life?
Oh, it's hella good.
Bummer. This is gonna be not okay. For my character.
Oh dear.
But Vallah will show restraint. This is not a time for drinking.
Out
per
of
se.
respect
Out
for
of
his
respect
companion.
for the companion.
As you guys are kind of sitting around the fire, you've put up your tents. You've kind of sussed out your various sleeping positions. You hear from up the road the way you were coming, hoofbeats. And running past you, exhausted looking horse, sweat streaking its flanks, heaving like the bellows, and on the back of it is a guard in leather armor. You see a short sword connected to the saddle that's flapping up and down, and there's a short bow slung across his back, and he's low over the horse, and it's just right by downhill. You hear the as it hits the bridge. And
That was really good sound effects.
Thank
That
you.
was awesome.
I may or may not have just been sitting there last night playing
Practicing.
video games. Just like doing
Just
that.
like you just like what is this like Monty Python or whatever? You just like,
I've been to that castle, and you can actually borrow coconuts.
Dude,
from the
that's
castle
so
if you
funny.
want.
That's awesome.
oh my
It's
god.
pretty legit.
Yeah, so he runs off. Past you. Nobody follows.
That
Cool.
was,
Nope.
that was weird.
Nothing else?
Can
Nothing follows him.
does Lycos smell anything like on the wind at all? Like something like weird or anything like that?
Make a perception check, which he makes with advantage because of his smell, I think.
Because he's stinky.
With his smelling ability.
Is
Ah.
it? I don't know. I don't have it written down.
Yeah, I think won't have advantage. As far as I know.
Well, I mean, it's your. Okay, good.
The wolf has advantage on perception checks that rely on.
Oh, I do have it written down. I just don't-
You just can't read.
Okay, so plus 3, so a 20.
20. All right. 20 central. All right.
Not 20.
Um.
It's not a natural
Nope.
D20.
1 or 5.
No, it's not.
It's not a
that
natural
was the
21.
joke. It's not a natural 22.
A modified 21. Well, no, it's a D20. You can't roll 21.
Yeah.
You don't get that. That's my lucky one.
That's the one you
can
rolled
borrow
5
any
natural
of
20s
these
on.
except for yeah.
Nope.
Oh
He,
yeah, keep that one. Yeah.
He hears and smells the birds, the animals.
He smells the birds. Man, he does a really good sniffer.
Yeah.
I'm totally naming his nose the super smeller. Super sniffer. So what is Gus called?
The super sniffer.
Is it super sniffer?
Super sniffer.
Oh,
I think it's the super sniffer.
Super
Super sniffer. Yeah.
We're gonna get blown up on the internet. Like, no, it's not. Gosh, I hope not.
No one will.
Please
If
don't
we,
blow us up.
no one, if we blow up on the internet, I don't care how because
Like literally,
It'll
there's
be
15 people
so-
watching this.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
50
We have
people watching
35
this.
subscribers
Please,
now, though.
please cut us.
how many did we have before this?
Wait, did you
And by we, I mean
Did
you.
you subscribe to it? Because I told you
Not
you'd
yet.
freak out.
I haven't actually
Okay.
subscribed.
That's fine.
All right.
So
So
get better. My mom. Oh wait, no, she is subscribed actually.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. She commented on one of our videos.
No. Did she?
Yeah.
what'd you comment?
Which, remember the Singles Awareness Day video? She commented on that you have each other.
Oh god. That was dumb.
Consolation prize.
Why
All right.
is that our most popular video though?
Because it's
funny.
It is relatable.
Because it's funny.
So cringe.
I mean, yeah, it's cringe, but
It's our
because
best
it's
video,
cringe, it's funny.
honestly.
All right. So you guys go to
They
sleep.
didn't even script it either.
You guys setting watch, or are you just zonking out?
I just stick my sword in the ground next to my head.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your sword has something. Okay.
Ready sentinels right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So?
With the black liquid.
Go to sleep.
I'm gonna at like 9 o'clock, same time. I'm gonna recast Good Berries.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm going to
Where's my Good Berries?
prepare or whatever. I'm going to swap out a spell, a level 2 spell for Lesser Restoration. Right? This is the one. No, that's not the one. What is the one that I need to get that we just determined in order to?
Gentle repose.
That's right.
That will preserve her body for 10 days, and so you can just keep recasting.
What level was it? Do you know?
2.
Okay, now read the specifics for general repose. Because it might have to have died within the last 8 hours.
Yeah.
And 8 hours would have passed if you took a long rest.
Yeah. But we did.
Because you looted bodies, so that would have taken about 45 minutes. So if you spend 8 hours to sleep, it would then be past the 8 hour limit.
It does not. It does not specify.
It doesn't?
No, because it just says you touch the corpse or remains for duration. The target is protected from decay. It can't become undead. The spell also effectively extends time limit on raising the target from the dead. So she can't be raised from the dead. Since the days under the influence of this spell don't count against the times of such spells as raised dead. So it's going to be beyond time. Like she can't be brought back from.
That's, I think,
From
is
death?
what we made.
But in that amount of time, in 8 hours, she's not going to really have decayed much.
Right. Yeah.
Just go.
So-
Not much, but
I mean, you go through like rigor and
yeah, rigor mortis
stuff like
other
that,
other
but
bad things. But
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So I swap that out.
So
You
Talon
guys-
doesn't need to know all that, but
So you go to sleep, you wake up, recast good berries.
Okay.
Talon, you walk over to your wife's body, sit down, hold on to your holy symbol. Whisper a little prayer.
throw some salt on it. I think literally you have a pinch of salt. Yeah.
Which she has in her spices kit. You take a little bit of it,
over his wife.
Salt.
you make the hand motion. There's a small little glow of divine energy that kind of radiates from her for a second. And then just laying there.
I'm trying to be serious. Gosh. Alright.
What am I supposed to
I'm
do?
just gonna snack on my bad berries now. they're not, they don't do anything.
Your expired good berries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just eat all of them. Okay.
Mouth noises though.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'm not. My charisma's 11, alright, so I don't really know that many good things.
You don't have tail manners.
Not like. I can, but I'm not. I don't really care.
Alright. So,
Well, I guess no one needs your cart, so we should figure out taking the stuff off the cart.
Oh, that's the other thing we have to
you can carry a lot of weight.
but like, I need to figure out what.
To what? Because
How much do I
we have a
already
short bow,
have?
chainmail,
So,
battle axe, which
we
shield
decided
and dagger,
it was
just
like
from the stuff we got
200
from one thing, then you have a whole list of
that I
stuff.
have left that I could carry.
So
Yes.
I don't.
So,
I will.
and that's just encumbered. That will only have your movement.
I'd
You
come
can't.
with you,
It's not
but I
that you
don't know how
can't
long
move when
it
you have that.
takes.
Right.
It just means you're moving
Where
at half
we-
speed.
Okay.
To find
So
some
if you
places
pick
like
up,
that.
if you start picking up stuff, you can carry
I don't leave you the card.
you can
except
carry-
I have
A body.
and
the
Oh yeah.
things of
Ale.
ale
okay, and
ingredients.
the rest.
Ale?
Ingredients.
600 ale.
And then split 65, 125.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
How many splints did you? Read me the armor that you found.
Scale
Just
splint,
now?
Scale
splint, and a breastplate, right?
breastplate, great axe, bone whips,
Okay.
longbow arrows.
We'll make Oscar carry a bunch of his weight training.
Yeah. Start doing power squats. Go.
Saying
So you hand Oscar
His
the
jump
armor.
squats are 40 feet. Whoosh.
See
So-
how low we can get his jumps to be 10 feet. Lay him down.
He picks up the armor.
What is this? John Carter?
He starts picking up the armor, and it's about 125 pounds of stuff.
Okay.
Like the
So
armor
I don't
alone.
need to carry it?
And he just starts picking up the armor, and he's got one like laid over him, and the other ones are in like his arms.
So his AC goes up.
25 minutes. No soft spots.
he can't attack. He's just like this shell.
Turtle.
Just grab and throw him into people.
And then you have a great axe which weighs 7 pounds,
Okay.
and then the 2 longbows each weigh 2 pounds, and then the whips are 3 pounds. So you can carry it all pretty easily.
Yeah, the rest.
So I still have.
and I'm going to give since Talon is going on
180
the path of
pounds
peace.
left.
He's gonna, if you guys will take them, he'll give you the mace, his old light crossbow, and the 2 things of venom.
Okay. I'll take the venom.
Because I'm not proficient with it, so I don't know if it would do me any good.
What?
I mean, you're selling a bunch of this stuff, so you can
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
sell
say,
it.
you could sell it to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say
To,
that
like,
you can have money
help
for
start
that.
up.
I guess
I'll
if you
take-
want to send some of the
Oh,
stuff on the
Yeah, I was
card,
gonna say,
I'll
if
just
we
take
leave
it
you with
with
some
me
of it
to sell,
and
to
yeah,
buy
to start
stuff.
the.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the splint mail is worth 200 gold pieces new. It would resell for 100, but it's kind of dirty, so it would probably resell for a little bit under 100. The breastplate is worth 400, so it would resell at 200 if it was nice, or probably
Are
160.
any of these male armors better than mine? Or is it
Um,
just all equivalent?
The
breastplate, I
splint mail is
like.
better. Amari, if you want to take the splint mail, that's a 17. And then, because fighters are proficient with all weapons and armor.
Yeah.
So,
That's not
I'm only kind of light and medium.
a breastplate would it weighs less than scale mail, but it has the same armor class.
Yeah, but I don't want the splint though gives me disadvantage
On stealth.
on stealth.
Oh, on
Whereas
stealth.
if I wear the breastplate, I bump up to 19 and I don't take disadvantage.
Oh yeah, do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of my thinking is I'd find someone to
Okay, so
alter it to
you're
make
gonna
sure it
switch
fits right and
out.
take breast.
So now there's two. So now there's gonna be 2 splints and no breastplate because you're taking that.
No. She had a chain shirt.
Oh.
Chain.
Oh, I thought she already had. Okay, so So now there's chain.
So there's a chain shirt,
Okay.
scale mail, and a splint.
Okay. Chain shirt. Okay.
All of which Oscar has.
Okay. Yeah. You still getting it all. It's just
Did he come with a base?
Yeah.
Why'd
Well-
you glue it on?
No. Like the base art, like this is all. It
Oh,
is.
but he means
Oh,
like a black.
I meant like one of these.
No.
Like a coin looking thing.
Like a cool looking. No.
Like a coin
I'd offer to
looking thing.
glue
Oh, I thought you
that
said
on
cool.
for you, but I might glue my finger to it.
Also, I need that one. I have some characters back here that aren't.
My finger hurt for like 2 days.
Yeah, I saw her later that night. She's like, my
Well, I
finger's
could
still
I could
hurting.
try to like just attach it to my base, like just like.
But do it behind you, because that's where he appears and just appears.
Right. Oh yeah. So like that, like just have him poking out. Oh, this is not gonna work.
All right.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Lycos, would you just?
Okay, so I'm,
Thank you.
not that it really matters, because I'm leaving, I'm going to take the venom off my thing. Did one of you want the mace or the light crossbow?
No, why don't you sell those
Okay,
for
yeah,
your
you
fun?
I will take
hang
those.
on to those.
I'll
bud.
just, do out of the short bow, chainmail, battle axe, wood shield, and dagger, do you want any of that, or should I just take
I
everything?
think we've got quite a bit.
Stuff.
Okay.
But
And
we
you
I will
think,
take
like
all-
buying that warehouse is probably
Um,
gonna take a decent.
Yeah.
Well, and so what I was thinking, do you want to take the group fund, divide it by 3, and give him his share if he's leaving?
Yeah.
If it like, and that would help him be able to get some money.
Yeah. Why don't I yeah.
What is our?
Well, we're at 52.
Okay, so
Um.
so it'd be round. If we round it up, we could give or round it down rather. It'd be 17.
I'm gonna give you 20
Okay.
and 5 silver.
Because it was really going towards the couples. So.
Yeah.
Well, just
Well, it's going towards. Dude, you lost your wife. The least we can do is
Right.
give you
Okay,
money.
so
like
do you give me 5?
Like go buy
5
yourself.
silver.
Go
and
buy yourself
20.
something nice. Forget about it.
Put like a copper in his front pocket and go. Spend it all in one place.
Don't spend a copper. How are you not supposed to spend that? You just walk over and like just take the copper and just like break it.
Okay, so then I'll take all that stuff, and I'm sure the couples have some fun stuff.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
They probably have a little bit.
Something.
They've
Not a
been
lot.
stealing and stuff. They like
So they probably stole some stuff.
things, not.
Well, they've at least got your money. You paid for the mask, dude.
Okay, that's true. So they have at least 30.
That was 20.
That was
Was
20.
it 40?
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Yeah, because you was 19 and
Yeah,
I was
at
20.
19.
You had to come beg Amari for one from the
Oh,
group
from
fund.
You know what?
Alright.
Okay, so you can carry everything that you have?
Yeah, I think we should be able, between the 3 of us
Don't worry.
Oh.
with Oskal, we should be
Okay.
okay.
Still there, see?
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else
You don't have to
before
ask it and
Talon
have
walks
it
off
out.
into the...
Do we want to still like help
Yeah,
you
but-
wrap the body
Well, I have like
and
a
put it on the
triangle
cart?
with a hood, yeah.
Sure, that'd be nice. Yeah.
So,
Well,
I've got a
it'd
pouch
be
of
like this
herbs,
type of
which I don't know what to do
It would be
with, so I'm just gonna like
Remember?
make kind of like a little
Okay. So
bouquet
that
of
means it'll be
herbs,
kinda like
and then
that.
as we're wrapping, I'll just like wrap
Ah.
it in over her chest.
Wish I had purple dahlias, but I don't.
Yeah.
I find an animal and I shoot it with my bow, and I make it grow dahlias.
Okay. You go find a rabbit,
Oh, I was like,
you shoot it,
What?
and out of the body grows a patch of purple dahlias.
wow.
I got you.
If you ever have like a garden of like all these different flowers, it's like,
What do you
oh,
kill?
so she just murdered. It's just like 50 different flowers.
So I don't have a green thumb, I have a red thumb.
Oh no! Oh no! Yikes!
Okay, that's just.
So I'll like take a
Yeesh.
bunch of them and put them around her, because that'll be symbolic when we get ready.
Yep.
Anyway.
I help put her on the cart, and just like, as I do in Celestial, I'll just say, I hope that whoever found fit to bless you, finds it fit to take you now.
That's so poetic.
I'm gonna cry.
But you're not, because you didn't understand what I said. You don't speak Celestial.
I'm just gonna be like, oh, that was pretty. I don't know.
It does sound really
It's
cool.
it's a very beautiful language as she talks.
It's almost like multiple voices at once.
Oh,
Yeah.
From my understanding. I
Yeah.
could be wrong. I can't remember now. I've read so many different lores when I was trying to figure out what in the world I was doing.
Yeah. Yeah, you speak this over her, and feels like the proper party.
I wish we were leaving under better circumstances.
I understood too, but I will see you back in climate defense law.
Maybe.
Travel safe.
I will try.
If you see your sister-in-law,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Tell us how that goes.
That's true. If you don't find me in climate defense law, she probably killed me.
I don't really want to ask this, but would you like us to take your wedding ring?
Yes, please do.
Why?
Because that's how she's tracking him.
So then she'll find you guys instead of
you.
me.
And I mean,
You don't
I don't
wanna
want to
face-
take
you
the
don't wanna
symbol of
face
your
her?
marriage. I mean, your wife has hers, so I suppose you could hold hers.
No,
Yeah.
Just kidding, that's right.
She
She doesn't
have
have
a wedding
hers. I don't have anything to give you in return.
ring. That's fine. That'll be okay.
I can draw you a map, because I'm a cartographer. But I can't make you a ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wait,
off of
can I
my
make-
left hand, I'll give.
Because
Can I make him a ring out of leather?
I mean, you could.
I could make him a leather band if you wanted, but yeah, that's because I have leather tools. I think.
We'll figure out something later. We'll see you again.
Yes.
You separated out the supplies?
I take the ring and I undo my necklace that has the large arrowhead Damascus thing, and I slide it on next to it.
Okay.
And then tuck it back in.
Alright. You got your new armor on.
Wait.
It's a little grimy.
Wait.
But-
Wouldn't the ring not even work anymore because Vera's not there?
I don't know how the ring works.
Because that was the trigger, wasn't it? When the two of them were in the same.
I don't think so.
When the
It was
two of
just
them
the
were
ring.
together?
She's just tracking the ring, I think.
Do we
I
we
distinctly
figure it
remember
out?
you
Did
saying
Vera- she told us, but I don't remember
that-
what she said.
She just said,
When the
wherever
two of you were
this
together.
is, that's where she'll be going. That's what she said.
Okay.
So it's just.
I thought it
Well,
was a
worst
activated
case
ring.
scenario.
You noticed it was glowing when they were together because he put it on.
Oh.
You didn't notice that it was glowing faint before that.
Okay.
Get your mind on other things.
Like.
Finding his wife.
Right. Okay.
It's I take
So.
it.
What?
Point being.
I tried.
Yeah, no, it looks good. It looks sick.
I was gonna say something else and I can't remember now because we were chit-chatting.
Well, yeah, he's basically he's gonna ride off into the sunset really quick. I'm just gonna.
It's the sunrise, but maybe depending on, I don't know.
It was a metaphor.
It's morning.
He's actually going to ride off with it on his left because he's going south.
Oh, that's true. Okay. So Vallah, I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'm just gonna shake his hand or something. I don't know. Yeah, that seems like something Vallah would do.
Walk up to him, shake his hand. He's, you know.
One more time, I'm gonna be like, well, hope we see you again, kid.
Once again, I'm 5 years older.
Yeah, shh. It's fine. Alright, good.
Alright. Hop on your cart. Feels kind of like old times. Traveling around with Ghost in your cart. And
Your
Ghost
dead
and
wife. Wow.
That's so bad!
I mean,
And now you regret naming your mule.
And now, before I'm 60 feet away, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna do the brain thing, and I'm gonna say thank you.
You hear as he rides away, he pulls his reins back,
brain.
and he looks back at you.
Telepathy?
And you don't see his lips move. You don't hear his voice, but inside your brain, he says, "Thank you, to both of you," and then keeps going.
Creepy.
I mean, I can't judge. I sprout wings.
I don't like that.
All right.
Turn and head towards town.
Right.
Keep up, Oscar.
So you climb.
Son, what's
Okay,
up?
so now it's just the. Huh?
We'll call you a wolf.
He's a gray wolf.
Which is great.
with some silver.
Yeah,
Um,
a little bit of silver in it.
I was like, pass it out.
Yep. So you guys walk about 2.5 miles.
Yeah.
Is Oh.
Which
Oh
is
yeah,
why
you can
I'm
you
just
can
gonna say
reveal
that.
your race.
He's
name.
a college star, anyway.
What does that mean?
Real fun. He doesn't.
It's like a symbiotic, at least in this case, it's kind of like a symbiotic relationship in which I have like the memories of someone else in my head.
Yeah. So it's a spirit. It's a spirit that died,
And it gives me like some.
but didn't go to the plane of dreams.
So I have like.
A person died and their spirit didn't go to the plane of dreams. It inhabited someone that was just born, and so he doesn't dream. He has images of the spirit in his head's memories.
I remember someone else's memories.
Yeah, when he sleeps.
And it gives me like resistance to psychic damage and
Advantage on
telepathy,
insight and
things like
60-foot telepathy. Pretty cool class. Alright.
Oh.
Yeah, so you guys walk about 2.5 miles. You approach the city. It's not walled.
You might want to put that thing up because of the sun, but then it might turn out green.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I mean, she's a little washed out, but not super bad.
That's fine.
Nobody wants to see me anyway. It's not why we watch this show, let's be real. Okay, so we head towards
We
the
watch it for Justin's face.
What?
His sound effects.
Yeah. Dude, actually, yeah, that's mostly it.
I try.
No, it's good.
It's not a judgment.
Yeah, so you guys walk for about 2.5 hours. I'm sorry, 2.5 miles. About an hour and a half you get there. You walk up to the city. It's not walled more than there's like a palisade.
Do I see any symbols on the outside that might tell me this is not a safe place for me?
No, you do not.
Okay.
There are no real markings on the outside of the city. You walk in. There's a couple guards at the gate. They've got crossbows. There's some up top on the top of the palisade. The palisade's about 12 feet tall, made of thick logs. Got big heavy crossbows. There's about 6 above the gate, and then 4 men, 2 on either side of the gate with spears. They kind of step into the road. What's your business? They look at both of you, and then they look at the 12-year-old kid carrying 3 sets of armor.
We have some stuff to sell, some business in town, and then we're headed out. Just passing through.
Don't make trouble.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Just passing through.
And where's the telepathic guy now?
That's the freaking Jedi mind trick.
We
Just
never
passing
intend
through.
to make trouble.
Yeah.
No, I don't say that.
Don't make trouble.
Wherever angels go, trouble follows.
Kind of frowns
None
at
of
you.
you do not. No, I'm not actually saying that. I'm just trying to make a reference.
They step aside.
This isn't supernatural.
Yeah. What is this? Castiel?
Oh.
I forgot that you watched that.
Anna watches it too. She
I
absolutely
stopped
loves
after
it.
like season 11.
Dude, it gets
They're
so
doing
good.
14 or something now.
Yeah, it's gonna be the last season.
All right.
No,
so
season 15 is gonna be last season.
Oh.
you walk in. A lot of the construction here is slats of wood that you can find. This is the farther out from the city center. Mud roads, basically. There was a low-hanging mist over the city earlier as you walked up. It started to burn off. A lot of the houses are small, 1-story. The biggest, they're not humongous. They're modest affairs that could probably hold 6 to 8 people if you're squeezing them in there. And there's probably 3 to 5 foot alleyways going between most of them. The main street keeps going, and then it breaks into a central plaza. It's got a big fountain in the middle. It's white marble, and it is of a man and some sort of a being with multiple beast heads. You see a goblin head, a gnoll head, a bugbear head, a hobgoblin head, all arrayed on the shoulders of this entity, and they're shaking hands. And out of arcing over the handshake are these 2 sprouts of water. And in the you look into the fountain, and it is just plastered. The bottom is plastered with coins, gold, silver, bronze.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't even think about it. I mean, you're obviously thinking about it, but.
This
is weird. What does that mean? Is it like a. It's not like a god or anything like that, is it?
It's like a wishing list.
Freaking ad. Gosh dang it. Roll a history check.
I've been here before. Do I know anything?
Briefly.
I can just make it.
Yeah, you can make a
that's
history check.
not good at all. I rolled a 10.
Natural 20.
Ah, of course.
Jeez, alright. Yes.
Random
This
stuff.
is a...
I don't ever roll it attacking.
No.
I only roll it on like useless knowledge checks.
You rolled it the first battle and never since.
Um,
Oh, that's right.
And I rolled a 1 for my damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Stupid.
Alright, so... Yes. You do know what this is. About 125 years ago, this city made an alliance with various tribes that had been at war with the actual city of humans itself. And now they live somewhat tenuously together. They've had about 120-ish years since they integrated into society together.
So it's like Zootopia.
A bit. Commonly, beast races are shunned, but as in an effort to solidify the treaty, the city opened its gates to these.
Well, if the knoll was on there, then
You're gonna go try to track down a knoll.
well, I already killed like 7 of them.
Can you kill more?
Well, of course, I'm always in the mood to kill a knoll. It's just, do I see any?
Yes.
Crap.
Walking through the city, there are a few gnolls. You see a gnoll child run by you.
Just murder. No.
You see a gnoll.
That's bad follow-up. That's bad follow-up.
You see a gnoll at a forge, clanking away at a piece of metal. You see all the races represented there are in this plaza, kind of moving around to different shops. It looks to be some sort of a market day where there's food carts, there's leather sellers, there's jewelry sellers. Someone's selling like camping equipment, another one's selling weapons that's set up near the blacksmith shop. This is just a regular fair day, basically.
So we need to find somebody to sell equipment to? Who do you want to?
Yeah. We should offload the armor and stuff so Oscul's not carrying around.
Right, yeah. So who would want to? Like, it's not a blacksmith or anything like that.
Well, there was is there an armor near the blacksmith, similar to the weapons stand?
The weapons stand looks to be all-encompassing.
All-encompassing.
Weapons and armor.
Okay.
I guess we'll head over to that.
Alright. So, you walk over to the stand or the forge?
Probably the
Wherever
forge.
the knoll's at, I'm not going towards it. Like, just, because if it's...
Is the stand a knoll?
No.
Or just the forge?
Just the forge.
What are you against gnolls?
Well,
They're my favorite enemy.
and they also just killed
They
our
also murdered my
friends.
family.
Oh,
And also Vera.
And also Vera now.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he didn't, but yeah, we'll go to the stand where it's not a knoll,
Okay.
just because we both have kind of a bad taste in our mouth right now.
You walk up, and it's a rosy
My
face.
taste is way more strong, though.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's a
Well, I
rosy.
mean, I don't know that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you really haven't shared anything for backstory, really.
no.
I did, though, originally. She just doesn't remember it anymore.
Yeah. So you walk up to the stand, and it's a rosy face,
And
heavier
like
set man.
when we first, like on the second session,
He
when
was
you
like,
asked,
yeah,
when you
I'm
asked
trying
what
to-
I did, like what do you do, I basically told you my entire backstory.
Well, you told me, I remember that you told me, like, basically, that your family was killed. I didn't catch that it was by
Oh, okay.
Knowles. That your family was killed and you're, like, trying to earn honor
Oh, yeah.
as a warrior.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think you named Knowles though.
Okay, fine.
I mean, you might have, and I just didn't remember that part, but...
I don't.
Now that I think about it, I don't think you mentioned
I
it.
don't. Dang it.
So yeah, you walk up to the stand. It's a slightly balding, rosy-faced man, heavier set. He's got on a black vest with like golden purple trimming on it. Nice pants. Hello.
Hey, nice.
What do you want to buy today? You selling or buying?
Well, hopefully we're selling.
All right. What have you got for me?
We have a lot. We have a bunch of armor. We got a great axe, some bows.
All right. What condition's the armor in?
Bone whips. I mean, decent. We fought the people who were wearing it, so there's a little bit of damage.
That's sketchy.
And we might need to clean a little bit, but it still functions and minor issues.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at it then.
It's in good condition is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Just
Let's
need to
have a look at it.
Alright. Oscar.
Clank, 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 clank. He kind of like, and then takes the one off and throws it on there. And oh my, well, let's get down to business.
Yeah, dude, let's
eat.
done.
Did you send me daughters
When I asked
For
sons.
Oh my gosh. So he kind of pulls the splint up, pulls it up, kind of looks under at the leather lining that's holding all the stuff together, looks at them, kind of notes scratches and a crack in one of them, and
A little bit of blood. A lot of bit of blood.
yeah, on this
Before I
one,
hand him some, I just like wipe a little.
on this one, there's just like this trail of blood down the front because it was to belong to the guy you stabbed in the throat.
That'll wash off.
Yeah, no. Maybe a little ice.
Little club
crystals.
soda.
Maybe
That's it.
cold to the touch.
Well, now this one is. You did a number on the god that was wearing it.
He deserved it.
Yeah,
I don't doubt it.
that's wise.
60 gold for that one.
Yes.
Kinda, he looks at the mail. Now this one's in fine shape.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm more. I like to take care of my stuff.
I don't know. As do I. And you look behind him, and they're pristine. Leveling on like Wilson's sword when he like pulled it out when
Right.
what's his face said to go clean it. It was just so clean. Bordering on that, it's real clean. All of his weapons. It's like a great sword. There's a glaive. There's different pieces of armor. There's a helmet. Pristine. Well then, 25 for the chain, and 20 for the scale.
What about the great axe?
The great axe, I'll give you 10 gold.
We also have these two lovely long bows. They're nice and taut.
You are doing my biggest pet peeve when someone sells something and they're like, "How about this lovely food?"
Dang straight.
Just it annoys me. I don't know
Adjectives.
why.
Lolly.
Well, now look at this. He kind of like runs his fingers along the bowstring,
So we unpacked our adjectives.
draws it, puts it back down.
You can see it's at minimal use.
40 for
He
both
died
of
too
those.
quick. 40 for both?
Yeah, so 20 each. And then you said you had some whips.
Yes, two bone-handled whips.
He looks at him. One sec. Goes outside the back.
You got in the face with it, right?
Yeah,
Well, I got hit.
twice.
You got hit.
Well, no, he got hit. Oh no, he got hit in the side and the neck. Yeah. So he goes outside and you hear from behind the stand. He walks back in.
I can tell you from personal experience that they work. That hurt.
And they hurt.
Now I don't doubt it. And he give you 5 for both of them. So 5 total for both of them.
I'm gonna hornswoggle him.
You can try.
Just be like, I think we can do better.
How's it looking?
Or
How's
like-
it, how is it agreeing with you?
Or like Dave Ramsey says to do with like my carbs and just have pull out a wad of cash and just start like going through it. When
Except
you're,
she's
like,
paying it.
I know, but like.
Okay. It's like,
Or pull out an empty one.
I think that'll do for now. What do you have for sale?
Oh, for sale.
Anything of particular interest? Something you're proud, very proud of.
Yeah, bro.
Something I'm very proud of.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've got all of my normal stuff.
Make sure there's notifications.
I've got a nice shield here that's, the front metal's a little softer so you can carve your own emblem in it. I don't know if you want that or not. I will say, the smith's got quite a few things. If you're looking for weapons, I'm not really sure what you're looking for. I've got a few whips that I have for sale. Got an axe.
Is it possible for you to craft armor if I were to give you a base plate material?
I think that'd be the smith's prerogative and area of expertise.
Again, you're gonna make me go talk to him.
I don't do anything. I don't know if that's the only smith in the city, but I mean, he's the most available.
We
I
can
don't.
try. We're not in a hurry. You don't have any. Oh well, he would. Do you know of anyone around that sells magic items or purchases magic items?
Like an apothecary.
I do.
Is his name Jerry?
Apothecary Jerry.
Apothecary.
Apothecary. Man.
That's our other hint.
Where is
Or
it?
my other hint.
That's a good one.
I gotta find the name I wrote down. Hold on. Aha.
Jacob, in post, that will be very annoying.
Again.
I need to just bring my fidget spinner in and just be like.
An apothecary. I mean, there's the gold leaf. That's.
The gold leaf.
I mean, that's on the other side of the city, near the harbor. You said you were looking. What'd you say you were looking for? A magic shop?
Mm-hmm.
The dragon's scale is I mean, it's decent. It's points to the other side of the square.
Stilling me with confidence.
I was gonna say. That's not very ringing.
Where's my color coding key?
And he points to another, like the other side of the square where there's, it's a decently large building. It's got a nice red awning out front. It's got a couple windows with some displays outside. Looks nice.
Alright, we'll take the 160.
All right. He pulls out a coin purse. Hands you 10 platinum and 60 gold.
10 platinum.
Yes, they're worth 10 gold apiece.
Cool.
So like $1,000.
That's $1,000
If we're
bill.
doing just in order for it, the copper is 1, silver is 10, gold is 100, right, and then platinum is 3,000.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate that.
You're welcome, Miss Rose.
Yep.
Anything else I can help you with?
Nope. I think you've been of great help.
Oh! Sebastian Lowe.
Oh, you're red. It makes sense your name's Sebastian.
Oh, yeah, we're really bad at asking for names. That whole time I was like, I don't even care what his name
I'm
is.
usually the guy who asks for names.
Gosh. Never will I have an NPC you don't make fun of.
I guess because
You didn't make fun of Vera. I had one! Yes!
To be fair, it was really his NPC.
He gave me full control.
yeah. And look what happened.
Sebastian. And what's the name of his shop? Do I see like any signage?
Signage.
I had a thing. I had the other thing open. Gosh dang it. Nope, not that one.
People are yellow, right? Yeah.
Oh, I get that one.
She color codes her nose.
So I can find
Very
things
proud of it.
quickly.
Which, I mean, it is very helpful.
No, yeah.
So,
I am the windswept wanderer traveling merchant.
Wow. He almost has as many titles as that other guy.
Right.
This is the Ruby Angel, or whatever his name is.
Once again,
Yeah.
I will.
that's wrong.
Nope. Ruby Phoenix.
Ruby Phoenix.
I thought you got it right for once.
I don't get it right on purpose.
I was waiting for you guys to be like, that's wrong.
I made an
I can't
NPC.
remember the right one anymore.
I made an NPC.
She was
with too many
almost-
titles.
She was almost
I made an NPC with
too
too
proud
many
of me.
titles.
She was just like, yeah! Wait.
I put too much faith in you.
Yeah, our main villain guy, he has like 17 different titles that he goes
I can read them all for you.
No.
No, that's okay.
One of them is Crimson Angel and Ruby Phoenix, but I always call him the Ruby Angel. Because like
Ruby Phoenix, Crimson Angel, Phantom Scorpion, Liberator of City, Hero of All, the Iron Mamba, Malin Xandos.
yeah. That's one dude.
Could you just like not pick one? Out of all, so you're like somehow.
He's an ostentatious
I was
dude.
gonna say, I think he's pretty full of
My
himself.
favorite one is Savior of All or whatever.
Hero of All.
Hero of All. I'm like, oh my
When you
god.
give yourself the title Hero of All, you know you're
And
Not
your
the
head
hero of
running-
anyone.
running a snitch, right?
right.
Okay.
Anywho. Alright. Thank you, Sebastian.
No problem.
Thanks, Bastion.
Should we find somewhere to stay?
Yeah, do you have a tubby duckling on?
You're looking for an inn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I mean, the bed and feathers right over there.
Bed and feather?
Like
Yes.
on a scale of 1 to 5 stars.
3.5, 4.
Okay, okay.
It's nice.
So it's like a Veld Dragon.
Anything's better than Dudley Bed. Literally, the sewers were better than the Dudley Bed.
For real.
Where'd you get that?
Bed and
I took it
feathers.
from Glenberg.
Remember.
Yeah, he had like
I have it.
3 stickers. I don't know where he got them. So.
Thank you again, and I head off to
Yes. Have a good night. Have a good day.
Is it like inn/tavern?
Yeah.
Cool.
You walk over there. You walk. It's a 2-story establishment, and it's got a large balcony on the front that then transfers over to the left side of the building. So there's actually like a 30-foot alleyway on one side of the building, where the balcony kind of curves around the side. You walk in. It's pretty darn clean. There's about 2 or 3 people in there. What looks like just finishing up a meal. There's a lady behind the counter. Hello, what can I do for you?
We are looking for a couple of rooms to stay in.
All right, just 2.
3. Or yeah. I
So-
guess Oslo can stay with me.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so it's a silver apiece per night. Not including meals. We have baths if you want them. We have yes. All right.
Baths are baths all around.
All right. So it's 20 copper for a bath.
Oh, there's like a river. You can just-
Or you can take it out of the party fund and
Yeah.
just not smell.
Alright. I don't think I smelled them.
All right. So 2 rooms for the night.
Oh, Legos,
We
is
probably
gone.
have
Like,
blood
I don't,
on
yeah,
us.
sorry. I
Let's
should
be-
have specified that. Huh?
I said we probably have blood on us. Let's
You
be
don't have
real.
servant. We don't have servant. You guys
We
don't
don't
have
have-
servants to go clean your
We
stuff
don't have
anymore.
people to take care of our things for free anymore.
Yeah, but I kind of want to leave my blood on there because it's Noel's blood.
You do you.
I just have like, I just take the blood just like smeared. No, it's too far.
This is what I have in place of tattoos.
Yeah, yeah. Just
That
dried,
escalated
caked blood.
quickly. You don't know what diseases they
Vallah
have?
gets rabies.
You just have a were-null. Like, that'd be your worst nightmare.
Oh
To become the very thing that murdered you.
Or
Oh no.
that's my version of being Batman.
Yeah, except Batman can stop putting the mask on. You can't really, like, stop being a were-null.
Yeah. Alright.
So, just the 2 rooms for you, and then you'll buy the baths later, or do you want to purchase them now?
Let's just
Yeah.
do it all at once.
Alright.
And, can we order food ahead of time?
Yes.
Cool. Just throw it all in
Alright.
and give me a price.
Uh,
This is Miriam making Justin do the math so she doesn't have to.
so it's 10 copper to a silver, if I remember
Yeah.
correct. Or
That's
20 copper to a silver.
No.
No.
It's like
10.
10.
10 copper to a silver?
Yeah, that's what
We've
established.
established
3.
this.
You should probably just put it on a sticky note.
I
You
probably
need
should.
my help.
Can you just
She's organized.
write that
You
down?
have
do you want?
lovely.
Yeah.
These are his spells he doesn't use anymore because he's. These are yours.
That'll be about 1 gold, 1 gold, 3 silver for a meal for each of you tonight, a bath and a room, 2 rooms. No,
We
wait.
have nice handwriting.
8. I'm sorry, a gold and a silver. My math was off.
1 gold, 1 silver.
I'm writing down the exchange. Is that...
Affirmative.
How many silver and a gold? How many copper are in a silver?
I'll take the silver out of my own fund.
How many gold are in a platinum?
10.
I know. I just.
Okay. Sounds good.
Alright, thank you for your patronage.
Yeah, when we want to take our bath, is that just in a room, or do you have like a bathhouse? Like,
We've got a bathhouse out back.
alright.
Just come let me know.
It's just a hose. It's like a fire hose. Like, all right, hold
Give
on.
me ideas. Bring in a water tower and like a big old.
It's just like the buckets like fills up and then just like dumps like one thing of water.
Oh, like at like water.
Like a
parks
Great
where
Wolf
it, like,
Lodge with the
slowly
freaking big old
fills
thing.
and then-
Yeah,
That'd be
Good
dope.
enough.
it's great.
Yeah.
I'll take
Yay!
it when
I can't go that way. I'm used to going this way. Stupid camera.
Oh gosh.
Thanks, buddy.
You're graceful.
Thank you.
It's not an adjective I generally use for you, but. Okay.
I took dance for how many years? 2 years?
2.
That's right.
It was tap dance too, so now you're
Yeah.
not graceful-ish.
I mean,
I mean, okay. You jump up and down.
Alright, well, here are your room keys.
Thank you. I hand you one. Should we just deposit our things upstairs and we'll come down and make a game plan? I go upstairs and I deposit my stuff.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll leave most of, like, I won't carry my hand axes and, like, bow. I'll just have my swords on my back.
Okay. So,
And I just take, like, a minute to just, like, try and wipe off my armor a little bit so it's not quite so grungy.
alright. You guys go and do that. So, Creed.
Hi.
You've come into the city. You slept outside. You're a little dirty. You're in the town center, going through the market. You see them walking the tavern. You kind of look around. And you're in the square. What do you want to do?
I want to go up to that fountain with all the coins.
Okay.
In broad daylight.
Just no shame. Just
All right.
punch
you go.
up to the shoulders, digging around.
How deep is the water?
That's about a foot.
Okay, I'm gonna stick my hand in there and I'm gonna grab a handful of coins.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, she's not gonna be noticed at all.
I'm gonna laugh if she nat 20s this business.
Do it. Close. Nice.
16.
So you're sleight of hand. So you're.
That'll be 22.
22?
No,
21.
21.
Natural 21.
Natural 21.
Yeah. Dip your hand in.
Like what?
Pull it out.
For
Shake it
Spencer,
up.
She's just
I
like.
need
Stick it in
to
your-
sleep somewhere clean tonight, okay?
I know.
Yeah.
Stick them in your pocket.
How much did I
How much
get?
did you get? Yeah.
You pull out about 8 gold, 4 silver, and about 7 copper.
Dang, that's a hefty handful they got.
And how many copper?
7.
These are your. You can just put them in the boxes.
Yeah, but I don't know what those boxes are.
So copper, silver.
Okay.
So it's like least to greatest in order, which is kind of weird. But we don't have any of the E pieces or anything like that for some reason.
Electrum's weird.
Oh, mine doesn't even have electrum on it. It's got
I wanna be
platform,
greedy.
that's
It's cryptocurrency.
Oh my god.
It's like.
it.
Ooh, Skittles.
Nice. What happens if I get caught?
You die.
You go to jail.
Yeah, probably.
You
Yeah.
go to bad people prison.
I'm like to say whether I should risk dipping my hand in there again.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were greedy.
I'm greedy.
As you're contemplating this, a family comes up.
I'm gonna go walk to the tavern.
A little kid is like holding a coin and he goes,
Hey, why that little kid is
Ting.
like with his eyes closed? I'm gonna take the coin out of his hand.
No! No!
okay, make a sleight of hand check. Make a sleight of hand check.
This kid's gonna get traumatized. Oh boy.
17.
17. You walk by, reach over his head, and keep walking.
What was the coin?
It was a copper piece.
Oh, you are a horrible person.
As you walk away, you hear this, Mommy, Daddy, and he just like runs away.
Oh, that's depressing.
I'm sorry, this campaign great.
You walk into the tavern.
Wardrobe change.
There's 3 or 4
It's a
people.
good thing Vallah didn't see any of that.
You walk in about as the woman in the party walks up the stairs. Are you walking upstairs or are you just standing there?
What do you got on tap?
Well, we've got some beer, some ales, we've got some wine bottles in the back. We have a local brewery here. It creates a very nice...
Okay. Where's, like for hard alcohol, what do you got?
You can just shut the window.
Other people might be warm. I'm just the cold one who sits next to the window. I
I'm
brought a
I
jacket
think
to
I should be on that.
right?
Honestly.
Really? Oh, just a moment. I'm gonna stick up. Hello, brother. Oh, you're here. Okay, I'm coming. By the nursery.
We've got, a few different ones. What specifically are you looking for? You looking for whiskey, bourbon? We have all of them.
I haven't had whiskey. No, I haven't had bourbon longer. What kind of, yeah, you got any bourbon? What kind of bourbon?
Just,
The old lady.
Bourbon.
We've got a couple of different varieties. What age are you looking for?
I don't know, something, I want something strong but a little bit on the smooth side, so.
Alright. We have a 11 months right here. She pulls out a bottle. It's about this big at the bottom and the body of it is about this tall and the neck's about that long.
Nice.
But it's round. You can't see through it. It's almost like
Like an opaque.
no, it's almost like a clay material.
Oh, cool. Okay.
This is 3 gold for the bottle.
Okay. I'll
Alright. Hand you the bottle of bourbon.
Can I retroactively do something? I
Okay,
meant to
hot
leave
peanut
them
butter
with one
fudge.
of my bottles of wine that I had from my brewery. Can I do that? Or is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is this?
Peanut butter fudge.
I gave you guys a bottle of wine and it says Alexis on the side.
Alexis?
Oh my gosh.
There's
Justin
peanut
just has
butter.
a heart attack. Oh my god. You gotta watch that down with something. Okay, so then I'm gonna put that in my pack.
So there's enough for
and...
2 for everybody.
That is thick.
Well, it's peanut butter.
Yeah.
And it's fudge.
See what I tell you.
What did you tell her?
We gossip about you.
I always said that he always drinks soda out of a glass bottle.
Oh.
No, sometimes he puts it in a mug.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. He
I was
does.
gonna say, he's got his mind there. So
Which is glass.
Is it glass?
It's glass or is it?
Tankard.
It's
Porcelain. Or ceramic.
ceramic. Thank you, that's the one I'm looking for. Ceramic.
Ceramic.
Well, I was gonna say clay, but that's just because
Yes.
he just said clay.
Not a problem.
Okay. So
I give it to Amari because giving it to him feels stupid.
Feels like it'll get
Grief,
drunk
girl,
and-
calm down.
You have a bottle of wine that says Alexis on the
I'm
side.
gonna roll all the luck out of it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I think I
You
already.
already got 2 freaking really high ones.
Yeah, that's a good one. Roll all the luck out of that one. See, I got my bourbon.
These are all bad rolls.
I'm
I don't like this.
gonna ask him if there's any other. Sorry, I can't tell. It's kind of like a Lance moment with.
Good sir!
Everyone's
Tell me, is there another smithy or blacksmith in the town?
I mean, there's the one across the plaza. There's also one, but man's been away for a while. Yet I don't think he's come back. I think he went away to get materials, or I think he needed a special material for some sort of. I don't remember what he was making. He came in here drunken and talking one another. Can't remember everything the patron says. I do try and keep most of it up here, but not all of it stays.
I understand. I'm just looking to get some customized work done, like with armor, weaponry. So
I mean,
just wondering
the
if-
smithy across the plaza is recommended.
Okay. Appreciate it.
About this time, you hear the door open, close, and in walks. If you would like to describe your character, what they see.
Am I back downstairs?
Oh, what?
He's telling you.
You would have gone up.
You just walked
Yeah,
in.
yeah. You walk down pretty much as this new figure walks in.
Yeah.
So, what do they see when you walk in the door?
Into the tavern?
Yes.
Describe your character.
Well, my character, he has red skin. He has horns coming from his forehead, just grown up. Black hair, a black beard. Just looks like it's unkept. His head hasn't shaved in a while. He's been on the road. He's a little dirty. He's wearing a dark blue cloak, leather armor. He has a short sword on his left side and a dark-looking sword on his right side.
Left side, right side.
Left
Wait,
side.
switch
So
around.
reverse
Switch around.
Grab that and reverse it. Okay.
Yeah, so he walks in and he's gonna sit next to Vallah.
I'm at the bar.
Ball is standing.
I'm still at the bar.
You're standing at the bar?
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna go to the bar.
Okay.
I think he's gonna stand next to Vallah.
How tall is your character?
He's 5'11".
Yeah, so my character is 6'5".
Ooh.
So it's 7 inches taller than you.
6.
Dang, that's like 3 heads.
6, sorry.
Oh, that's like 2 heads taller.
Wow.
Good grief.
Small heads. It's 6 inches.
It's about a head.
It's a head. So you're like right there. On
Good grief.
Yeah.
Alright, well, he's gonna stand next to him.
Okay. In walks a tiefling, stands right next to you.
And she's a tiefling, by the way.
I gathered.
Yeah.
I know my D&D races.
That was for Josh.
You just stand there, or do you like
There was
talk
a
to
tiefling
bartender?
backstory.
We're gonna talk to the bartender and see which types of food and drink that they serve.
One moment. Looks at you. Would that be all?
Yeah, I think I'm good. Can I just get an ale or something?
Yes. 6 copper. And she turns around, pours out her nail, hands it across the bar.
What time of day is it?
It's more pretty early.
It's about
Hey,
9:30, 9:30 or 10.
Yes.
I was trying to decide if
it's
I
a
wanted
morning
to eat
ale.
something
It's a
or if
morning
I was
ale.
waiting. It wasn't a judgment.
It's morning.
And I'm gonna pull out the rest of my
It's
bad
already-
berries and just finish those off.
So you walk over to a table, sit down. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm just pretty hungry. Been on the road for a while. You have any food or drink?
Well, we do. What are you looking for? We have a. Excuse me. We have an omelette that our cook's making up today. It's got various veggies and meats in it. Some potatoes.
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 Boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew.
What exactly?
I'll go with an omelet.
All right. Would you like anything to drink?
What do you have to drink?
We have various beers and ales from local families and those imported. We have a couple here from Arluin, one from inland from Magyara. We've got some various hard alcohols.
I'll take your cheap sale.
Cheap stale. All right. That'll be 3 copper for you. Turns around, goes to the end of the line, pours out some ale, hands you a tankard.
Thank you.
All right. The omelet will be out in about 5 minutes.
Alright. Can I convince him that I paid him even though I didn't? I just forgot.
I don't.
Where does he set the copper after it's handed to him?
I haven't handed him the copper yet.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Alright.
No.
I was gonna say you could try and take
I'm
it
just
back.
gonna
after it's
exploit my
done.
charisma as much as I can.
Yeah. Yeah. So you hand him him. Gosh, come on, it's her. You hand her
You didn't
the
say.
3 copper, and no, you said it.
Yeah, we've been saying.
Where does he put the copper
Yeah, but-
after it's handed to him?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we've all been saying he, and it's been a girl this whole time. So
Well, I was
now-
thinking like when he hands the gold or the copper to her, where does it get
Takes the
set?
copper, turns around, puts it in a drawer,
Okay.
turns back around. Did about 5 minutes, and then kind of starts cleaning some glasses, like cleaning off the counter.
Hey, that 1 copper. Well stolen.
From a child.
I joined Vallah at the table.
Okay. Alright. So do you go sit down
Go
or?
back downstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my food and my omelet. Has he given me my omelet
He
yet?
said it's going to take 5 minutes.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my ale and I'm gonna sit down to just the closest empty table.
Okay. Alright. So you walk over, sit down. So you wait a couple minutes for your omelet. She brings it out to you. What are you guys doing?
Drinking?
Well, you're drinking.
Like usual.
Maybe we should figure out a plan.
Okay.
Time for creep to snoop.
So we've got a little bit of business to do here in town. Did I, in my letter, I didn't actually write a letter like Joshua did.
What?
When I sent my letter, I didn't actually write one, but Joshua sat and wrote a letter and gave it to Justin. Like, he legit wrote the letter, I just said, I write a letter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yonoran. Did I specify, like, where, or, because, is this, I'm trying to remember what we talked about. Is this where I had my tattoos done?
No, it was
Okay.
north.
So, we don't really have a meeting place necessarily, unless I didn't put one in
Yeah. So what exactly do we need to do before we? Because this is a port. Wait.
Yeah, this is Port City.
This is
It's
a
a
port
port
city, right?
city.
So we're just trying to find passage across.
Well, we're
the
trying
way.
to find the guy.
Where's Oscar?
He's probably with us.
Sitting.
Is he sitting
with you guys? Yeah.
us? Okay.
We gotta find the guy to do his tattoos.
Okay.
And then, find passage across to Arluin. And then we'll head out towards Redmont.
Okay.
but we gotta figure out how we're gonna find this guy.
Yeah, that is
Because I didn't know the town well enough to give him a meeting place. I'm assuming he'll try and find somewhere to stay while he's here, so the likelihood is he'll...
But does he you'll recognize him, or does he recognize you?
Yes.
Okay.
It's been a while.
So, okay.
It's been a while.
Yeah, because you were like 14.
I was gonna say,
I
so
would have
like
been a
how...
teenager when I saw him last.
Okay, first of all, how old is Amari?
Wow.
Do I know how old Amari is?
I look like I'm in my 30s.
Okay. I think you've said that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's probably been a good, let's see,
It had been almost
40 years?
Yeah, 40, something like that.
Ouch.
50,
40,
45?
45 or 46, something like that.
You guys are trying to find someone who does tattoos?
Particular kind of
Specific
tattoos, yes. I sent a message for him to meet us here,
Here or
in this city.
this city that we're in right now?
Rita's probably pretty interested in
Oh,
that.
I thought we were. Okay. Cool.
No, I want
Cool,
to take,
cool.
I want to take Oscar to Redmont, but before we take him to Redmont,
We
I
have
would
to
like,
find this
I
guy
want him
first.
to
Okay,
get
cool.
this tattoo.
Okay.
As you guys are talking, a striped cat comes up and like runs through your legs, kind of butts his head up, walks away.
hope
Do
he
I notice anything
flees.
unusual about the cat?
No.
It's just a striped cat. What
5 minutes later,
what
just
color
kind
is
of
the cat?
comes back around. Just like just kind of like sits under the table.
What color is the cat?
Kind of scratch its ears.
What color is the cat?
Orange?
It's gray.
It's a tabby
Oh.
cat.
It's gray with black stripes.
Okay. Like
He
a
kinda-
zebra
he
or
purrs.
like lengthwise?
No, like a gray cat that has like dark gray stripes, like a normal, or is it like legit black stripes, like he's saying?
It's more like tiger stripes
Yeah,
than
okay.
than
Okay.
than
Or
horizontal
zebra,
stripes.
Okay. Or whatever. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying anymore.
Vertical stripes.
I don't know what either of you are saying anymore. I forget that I have
Yeah,
to
we
talk
can't
so that
whisper,
they hear me.
yeah.
Yeah.
It looks kind of like a small
Everybody
tiger
else wants to
that is gray with black stripes.
Gray with black stripes.
I mean, easiest way I can describe it.
Action. So yeah, we're talking. If you want to do your thing.
Sure.
So you hear guy with tattoo thing.
Yeah, Yenorin. Yenorin.
So,
I don't know. how
Creed
to
over
say it.
here is these guys talking about a guy who deals with tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's interested.
Mm-hmm.
He does, yes. Do tell. What does he do?
He walks over to the group
Mm-hmm.
and he says,
To who?
hmm?
Like which side of the table do you go on?
I don't know.
Which?
Well, I'm figuring, are you guys sitting directly across from each other, or are you like kind of like to the sides, or it's like an open space?
I just sat down.
I just sat down on the closest empty table.
Yeah. So
Does
where
it
would
matter
that
where
where would
I
that
go?
place people? Like where you?
Oh my gosh. So there's about 12 tables in this tower.
Right.
They're set up in rows from the door. There's 4 in each row, and there's 4 rows. So you guys probably would have sat over, the staircase is on the right,
Mm-hmm.
so you guys probably would have sat over here. You would have sat basically center left from the door. So there's a table in between you guys.
If it's 4 rows of 4, it should be 16 tables, not 12.
Yep, there's 16.
Quick maths.
It's literally 4 times 4. It's not that hard.
You know what?
You want a DM?
You? I'm
You
keeping
know,
track of
the
so much.
funny thing is when he said 4 rows of 4 and he said 12, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I just went with it.
That's my favorite thing about you. When you say something with confidence, you're like, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm like,
Well, I'll recognize that it's something that really doesn't matter. Like, Josh doesn't see that though. He just goes, it has to be correct.
Josh, I want you to know that I'm tracking 3 different timelines right now. Also, other
sounds like that's
things.
my problem.
Sass.
I mean,
Just a little bit. Okay, so my question is, who would she walk closest?
you would be closest to. You'd be off of So Vallah's right shoulder. So Vallah sat with his back to the bar, facing the door. Amari, I assume, would have kind of gone to like a, if he was 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock position, and Oscar has his back to the door. So there's an open space. So there's an open space.
He's just like, I'm like keeping a head tally of like all the mistakes Oscar makes.
So there's an open space on.
As I'm like in between sips of my ale, I'm just like louder to see if you can get the.
What? Vallah, why are you sighing?
How does he look, BT Dubs?
Oh yeah,
He looks a little better.
Okay.
Still a little bit clammy.
He like got sick or something.
Not at full health, you don't think, but
It seems he's gotten better the further we've gotten from Kalino Defensive Vault.
yes.
Defensive Vault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how to say it anyway.
Not a big fan.
No?
No.
Everybody, what?
Bruh. Not the best. So good.
Okay.
Alright, now that we've
So
established.
now, okay.
Okay, so Creed moves over to the open space on the table, and he sits down.
Okay. Random tiefling just walks over and sits down. You're not a big fan. I'll take these Yeah.
Are you lost?
So I heard you guys were talking about a man who deals with tattoos. Is that correct?
Perhaps.
It can be. Depends on who's asking.
I'm Creed, and I may have a tattoo or two that I just want removed. Little things I regret.
We all have regrets. Usually you should wear it, you know, as a lesson learned.
I can't do that for this. Is there any way I can tag along with you guys?
Amari's got
Can I
all the
convince
feels
them
right
with
now.
That would be their prerogative, whether they would be convinced by a charisma roll or not. Usually it doesn't work with player characters, it's usually NPCs.
Well, I mean, there are some elements of persuasion that can come in.
Yeah.
Like my money.
I'll pay you guys a whole 2 gold, which I just stole from a wishing well, to come along with you.
Well, seeing as we don't know you, there's some hesitation.
Yeah, bro, who the heck are you?
I'm just a wanderer trying to find my place in the world.
Oh, that was poetic.
Inside.
says all of this.
I want to know how legit he is.
Roll an insight check, and if you want to, you can roll a deception check.
Wait, can I give advantage on that?
Not really an
It's like
insight, it's more of like a
doing-
personal sussing out of someone's motives.
Okay.
Whopping 10 on my part.
Whopping 10.
Bummer.
23.
As far as you can tell, he is on the straight and narrow.
How do I feel about tieflings?
Do I notice anything on his person that would give me a clue as to like? I mean,
What are you wearing?
I mean,
What kind of sleeves are you wearing? What kind of sleeves are you wearing?
Full sleeves.
Full sleeves?
Yeah, with
Nope.
ropes.
What kind of tattoos do you want removed?
That's for me to know.
Well, you're the one that wants our help.
Let me tell you something, kid. There's this thing that people do when they have conversations with new people, and it's like a give and take. So you have to give information in order to receive information.
I think we got up on the wrong foot. How do I buy some ale of your choice?
Ale of my choice. See, here's the thing.
Already figured out the way to get to you.
Actually, I already have an ale of my choice. But maybe next time. But
Will you operate next time? As in I tag along?
that was good.
promise you he'll do anything for you, but I suppose we can see how you do. Mara's really not sure what to do here.
Well, as soon as you don't like me, you just cut ties, you know? There's no gain, no loss.
Yeah, I usually cut ties pretty permanently. If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean.
Intimidation check.
The cat walks over to you, Creed, and kind of
Whoops.
purrs at you.
It's like the cat
Although, I...
Who does he purr
at? Holy cow.
No
Who
good.
does a cat purr at?
You.
Oh.
Kind of like twines run in and out of your legs.
Can I pick up the cat?
Pick it up. Set it on your lap.
Bro, I know what the cat is, and I really want to make a joke about things. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna. Oh, did we?
Man, even the cat's like me.
Did Josh? Did Talon walk away with the other cube or communication thing?
Yeah.
Stone, yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, I was like.
Yeah.
Just like, hey.
No, I didn't
can
take
you
that back
tell
because I
that
figured
one?
when he gets back into town.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
communicate with Reckon, and when you guys get back, you can communicate with both of
Okay,
us.
so
He used to call me on the cell phone.
can I look at the cat and make like I already
A
tried
flea
doing that.
check.
Can I make like a nature check to see like what kind of a cat it is? Would that be a thing that I could do? Even though I have no modifier on nature. That's awesome.
Yeah, you can roll a nature check.
Okay. This is not gonna go well. 16.
Look at a normal cat.
Of course it does.
Can I try?
Sure. Would your character be suspicious of a cat that just
Hey,
curled
you
up in
just-
his lap?
Held.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
because usually people are very wary of tieflings, and you would imagine maybe animals would too. So I'm wondering why this cat would have just started liking me.
Sure. Go for it.
Also,
Roll a nature check.
it's very well known that cats
A
are a
what check?
horrible judge of character.
Nature.
Whereas it's the exact opposite with dogs. I'm dead serious,
Intelligence.
actually.
So you add 3 to it no matter what, because you add your intelligence modifier.
What?
You add your intelligence modifier no matter what.
Okay.
But you'd add your proficiency bonus if you were also proficient with it.
6 plus
3. It
3.
says 9.
So 9.
Looks like a normal cat.
If it helps, I rolled a 16 and didn't get any better, so.
What can you do?
Where do you originally come from?
A small ravine of sorts. It's the equivalent of a slums. It wasn't the greatest place to grow up, but you can't choose where you're born.
Truth.
Mangiara?
Yes, Magiara.
Just picking all the buttons to push on. Okay.
What's wrong
What?
with Mangiara?
Magyara.
What beak do they
What
have?
What do you know of the forces coming from that direction?
Oh, I already forgot about that. Holy cow.
When did you come this
Well,
way?
I've been on the road for about 10 years. I'm mostly in and out of cities, but I haven't heard any forces coming from that place.
Who are you running from, kid?
I'm not running for anyone.
You kid.
I'm just out for an adventure.
People don't just move around because they want to.
Well, if you grow up in the slums, there's not much there to stay for.
Right, but you've been in and out of places. Why not pick one and stay there?
None of that piqued my interest.
What exactly are your interests?
I just like adventure.
That was cheesy. Alright, fair enough. I don't really care.
If you don't care, why you can't even ask some questions?
Because I'm not an idiot!
I think
That intelligence says otherwise.
I mean, it's not negative.
11.
So...
But it's not a negative yet.
Um,
That's not a plus, so.
I suppose we're good for now, and Like you said, if we change our mind, you'll know.
Shoot.
Yikes!
Permanently. Permanently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So where do we want to look for this guy? Or where do you want to start?
It's a good question. I didn't think that through when I sent the letter.
As you guys are talking, the cat walks over towards the door.
How big is this cat?
It's a normal house cat size.
Alright.
Can I follow that cat?
Yep. Get up. You
If
follow.
you said you want
it,
to tag
kids.
along, you just leave and walk with the cat.
And it like brushes up against the door, and the door. And in walks a hunched over older man with a staff. Looks around. Walks up to the bar. Good day. They have a conversation. He buys an ale. Walks over to the table next to you guys. Sits down. Leans his staff up against the table. The cat jumps on his lap. So, young Amari, you have another one for me.
Oh, well, that makes my life easy.
Oh, is this the guy?
Yennerin. Yes. This is...
That was convenient.
You're notoriously bad at specifying where to meet.
To be
Notoriously bad.
fair, I don't know this city very well.
You could have done some research.
It was kind of a hasty request. We were, in a hurry.
Even haste does not warrant
Alright.
sloppiness.
I didn't miss these. It's been a while since I've had a lecture.
It appears you still need them. So,
Follow just sips his beer. Or ale, whatever.
Yes, I do have another tattoo request. But before we get to my request, this man here has a request.
and you are?
Huh?
And you are?
My name's Creed.
Good day, Creed.
And who am I talking to?
The day's not over. Yennerin.
What?
Yennerin. is
Yennerin.
my name.
So, I have a particular tattoo that I want removed. Can you do something for me?
It depends on the tattoo. Most I can remove. Some are too deeply ingrained. No. Yennerin.
I don't know. You can ask him. Would you take them all? Good grief. That depends. Did you tell him beforehand, or?
You do know that Creed's tattoo can't be removed,
Like
right?
it's a sidebar, but.
Okay.
Creed doesn't know that.
Right.
Okay.
So, is there somewhere quiet we can speak?
I mean, there are many places we could find. Why? What is the nature of your tattoo?
It's not necessarily something I want to be shown around.
All right. Well, might I consult an old friend's pupil for a moment, and then I will be with you.
That's fine by me.
I was calling you the old friend.
All right.
Well, we met once, like, a long time ago.
Yeah.
He kind of turns to you. So, you have another for me. When does this need to be done? I brought all my supplies.
As quickly as possible.
All right.
We can set up in one of the rooms upstairs.
All right. I could, if you need me to, I could work through the night and have it done by mid-morning tomorrow.
No one do.
All right. No charge because you are Anthony's friend.
Appreciate. You know it's a good cause.
That I do. As do my associates.
I had some questions about that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Can I tell you?
How many associates do you have who do this particular art?
2.
And do they work for all sides?
Typically no.
Is there one that tends towards my opponent?
No. We all look at this battle in the same way, as far as I can tell. It is a thing that needs to be stamped out.
Is there any way to recognize someone else's handiwork? Which one of you, do you have a signature?
Yes. It's usually on the top edge of the left wing. It is
I'm
ingrained.
not writing this down!
It is ingrained in the tattoo. It must be revealed by arcane means, but it is possible.
But not.
Whoa.
I don't even know how I made that sound. Just kidding.
It's like primal.
Tattoo signature, top, left,
Top edge, left wing.
edge.
Wing.
I recently found someone of the opposing force who had the same tattoo.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
That's interesting.
And a very notable person, unfortunately.
Yes. Well, now he kind of leans back and steeples his fingers on the arms of his chair. This does require some thought because there are multiple of us, but there are also those, not as many, that work for the other side. Maybe 1 or 2, but as far as I could tell, we snapped those out years ago. I don't really know how you would have gotten that. Maybe if you find something in your travels to notify you of this, maybe let me know.
And if you could do some digging, I would appreciate it as
Yes, it could be of use to both of us.
Yeah.
I will do digging and let you know if I find anything.
well. Thank you. If you want to deal with this person's request, and then you can, we'll meet you here again and then take you to our room to begin.
All right.
Tomorrow? Today?
Today. He'll start today.
Well, young Creed.
It's gonna take him some time. It's a big tattoo.
Well, must we go to have this conversation about that which must not be spoken of in the open?
Maybe we'll take our baths and then go do the tattoo.
Wanting to get infected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can go out back. Out of the tavern in the back.
All right. Don't know about these sketchy people.
Vallah, do you wanna use the bathhouse this afternoon, or do you just wanna sit here and drink? Or do you have business to attend to? I don't know what you wanna do. Before he gets tattooed, I think it's best he gets cleaned up.
Yeah. I mean, my business can wait. I mean, there's really no business. So,
We can wait till we get to Redmont to do your custom armor work.
yeah.
I know there are some good blacksmiths there.
Oh.
So we'll head out back towards the. I'll let the barkeep know that we'd like to.
What's her name?
I don't
Get
know.
her name.
I mean,
You
I feel
guys-
like usually businesses introduce themselves, you know, or they have name tags. You know what I'm saying?
This is 21st century. Well, I mean, not now, but like,
Right.
I mean,
I was just saying. Welcome to the Bed and Feather. What is this
Yes.
called? Hey, I got it.
The Bed and
Feathers. I'm so and so. I'll be your host for tonight. Just kidding.
I mean,
I'm not actually being serious, brother.
I know. But why would you? I don't know. It's just more like an informal, like, cool, you want stuff? Cool, I'll give it to you.
what?
That's how anyone who comes into work, like, or answer, I want to answer the phone, like, that's what I do.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah, that's
annoying.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barkeep,
Fine.
we'll
Yes.
They
do
were
our
doing
best.
to me
I'd call you by name, but I don't know it.
Oh,
for
Mora.
being
Mora.
awesome.
Your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take our baths. How does the bathhouse work? Do we are there separate?
There are
rooms?
yes, there are 4 or 5 different baths.
Okay.
All of them can be heated at once.
Yep. We'd like 3 baths.
All right, you already paid for them, so
Yeah.
give them about 10 minutes to heat up, and then we'll fill them for you, and we'll let you know.
All right.
All right.
Dope.
Yennerin clicks his way up to the back. Now, what can I do for you?
Greed pulls up his right arm sleeve and he shows him the black tree tattoo.
He barely glances at it and goes, "You think I can remove that? You are most hilarious."
What do you mean? Isn't it just a tattoo?
That is a stain, and I cannot remove it. It is put upon you by an interesting sect. Might I inquire how you came by that? And why are you not in Magyara? No one escapes.
It's something that I've been running away from. It took quite a bit of work, but it's just not the life I wanted.
Yes, I don't know how anyone can pick that life. I'm glad you saw the light. I don't know of anyone that can remove that. I would assume you'd have to go to the source and request its removal, but if I knew anything about your sect, it won't come off.
Well, I can't go back. I can't ever go back.
Exactly why it will never come off.
Dang, this guy is so funny.
It's blunt, to say the least.
Yeah.
See why he and Tony got along.
Hmm?
Anthony.
Anthony? Anthony. And Tony.
Well, besides the bad news, I thank you for your not judging me.
Well, everyone must choose their path. I'm going to go inside now.
Yeah, Creep falls inside.
Walks inside, goes
I'm
up,
going to go inside.
gets a room, walks up to it. You hear the door open next to yours. Open, close. There's a knock.
I open the door.
Would you wish to start, or does he, who is he? Is it the big man?
No. No.
Oh, alright.
Well, we decided it was probably best if he take a bath and clean.
I would
before-
agree. I mean,
Yeah.
I could clean him through arcane means, but it's just, that doesn't feel the same.
Yeah. Well, we already paid for a bath, and he's not gonna want to take one afterwards. So.
Anthony tried.
Yeah.
Didn't work out well.
He told me.
Did he really?
He warned me this was not a pleasant process. Why don't you step inside, Oskel, and I take Oskel and Yennerin inside to talk to them for a minute. I'm assuming Valla's still downstairs nursing his beer.
I mean, until it's gone, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be running out about now.
We have 10 minutes.
Can Creed sit next to Vallah? Kind of looks kind of down.
Yeah. The tiefling comes up and sits to you. It's a little dejected. Amari, what are we? What is
Can you grab my L too?
Are you running away from something? I mean, you're always running, but are you running away from something in particular?
I mean, there's an element of running away as well as running towards.
As there is with most plans.
Right. Down south, there's a particularly large grouping of the Assassin's Guild. You didn't give them a name, that's right. Of the Assassin's Guild. I unknowingly stumbled across.
I'm glad you came out with your life. That does not happen often.
No. Do you know much of Kalina Defense at all?
Oh. He gets into. He kind of sits cross-legged, pulls his satchel around, sticks his arm in, pulls out a little book, starts flipping through it, looks at a couple notes. I mean, it's a large port city. Its main export is fish and grain. Its leader was crowned 8 years ago.
Yeah. He's the one that's trouble.
Oh, he is. Makes a note. All right. What can you tell me of these other ones that are there? What is their purpose? Do you know their purpose?
Well, I think per usual of this guild, they want to get rid of us and.
Naturally. What is their end goal to get rid of you? Do you have any idea?
No. I think they're trying to summon something from the water plane.
Oh. Right.
They were doing some summoning things. They were successful to a degree. They were able to get some elementals and something else. But that is all we've really learned of their plan.
Well, it is something, at least.
Yeah, we've eliminated some of his main people, but it wasn't somewhere I wanted to stick around when he's clearly got most of the city under his influence.
That is wise.
And oddly enough, we were collecting multiple ASMRs in one place, which didn't seem wise.
Really? How many? Good gracious!
Three in one thing.
Why would you put that many in one place?
Well, it wasn't intentional. One was
I should
taken.
hope not.
One was taken capture.
Alright.
Well, both actually, and sold into slavery. I don't think they knew what they were. But we were able to rescue one. Unfortunately, on the way here, she was killed. And then there's Oscar here.
Hi.
And he is also an inheritor.
And Tony taught you, don't put multiple inheritors in one place.
Right.
It draws a bigger target. If your inheritors are with you, it draws even a bigger target.
Right. Well, we're in the process of remedying that, but I couldn't exactly leave him in the city to fend for himself. He barely even knew what he was.
That's very true.
And he had no tattoo while we're here to conceal his wings.
Yes, that is a very big thing. Are they molding much?
Yes.
They're... Yes.
Yeah.
I pity you.
Yeah. I've never asked. Yenra, are you an ASMR? Or
No.
just a sympathizer?
Just a sympathizer.
Okay.
Albeit, I have met most of you.
Right. Have
But-
you met someone by the name of KL?
Doesn't ring a bell.
We'll be two of us in one place for a little while longer, obviously here, but we'll be finding a place for him on the other side of the street in Arluin.
That is good. Yes. Is it going to be where you were training?
Yes,
All right.
I think that's the safest place.
Good place. Yes.
Have you heard much from Anthony?
No, not recently.
Do you know if he's still alive?
As far as I can tell, it'd take a lot to kill him.
Oh, but he's getting old.
He is. He is. He is getting on.
Yeah, I think we'll get cleaned up and then bring. I think maybe it's best to do the tattoos here or in your room. Where would you prefer?
No. Probably in my room.
All right, we'll bring him up. You're just next door.
Yeah.
After we're cleaned up, I'll bring him up. Find some things to soothe.
All right. I'll be in my room. I'm going to ritually cast something. I'll be back. And he walks out. The door closed.
He's all on the up and up. I don't get any weird vibes. He's exactly how I remember.
Yeah.
And who I think he is.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've just, dealt with a shapeshifter recently.
Yeah.
A little paranoid. Okay.
That was fun for me.
Yeah, and then we'll head downstairs to go get cleaned up.
Awesome. So, you guys spend time cleaning up. Crete, are you doing anything in this time? About an hour.
He's just gonna be hanging around Vallah.
I'm taking a bath.
Nope.
You're welcome to also take a bath, Creed. We've got more than one bath, so.
He might just stay in the tavern staring down the bottle of ale. Like,
Alright.
I forgot about that bottle of ale.
Alright. Cool. So, about an hour passes, you guys emerge.
You just said that so like matter of factly.
What did you say?
I just I'm taking a bath.
Yeah, so you guys, an hour later, you guys come out clean and. You alright?
I choked away on saliva.
That's always fun.
Rude Talon.
I do that all the time.
That's always fun. Alright. You guys come out about an hour later. Wonderfully clean. Smelling.
Is it like a Korean jjajang where they have the little old lady who will scrub all the dead skin off your back and stuff?
No, there's a long handled brush.
That's cool.
Pretty stiff bristled.
Always be my maybe or whatever in that one.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was violent.
Mm-hmm.
The bathrooms are super separate, right? Well, I have tattoos that I don't want people to see on top of decency's sake.
The tattoos are your first concern.
They really are.
Yeah.
Amari's used to traveling, and there's only so much decency you can get on the road.
Yeah.
Privacy.
So you guys come out about an hour later.
Any tattoos?
You knock on the Aaron's door.
Mm-hmm.
Come in. And he's on the floor, drawing things on the ground. He's in a circle. He's sitting in the center of the circle. His cat's on his lap, and he finishes a last swirl, and a little mist appears, and then there's a little imp flying around his head. It's almost like a little devil thing with a stinger. But it's flying around his head.
Gross.
Then it lands on his shoulder.
Ew.
Meet my new familiar.
You're new familiar?
Yes.
Is there a reason you chose
My familiar's better.
this?
Oh, well, you'll see. Oscar, come in. And he has this.
Are you with us at this point?
I don't know, am
I mean, unless you took extra long in the bath.
I? Just
You're just lounging.
No one. Just I have a rubber ducky just
Rubber ducky, you're the one. You have times not so fun. You didn't know that from Sesame Street?
No, I don't
Rubber
remember very
ducky,
much.
I'm awfully fond of you.
Okay, alright.
Oh my goodness.
It's weird. Anyway,
Sesame Street.
See?
I didn't
Yes,
even go
I
here.
guess I'm there. Yeah.
Alright.
Creed
So
would've
he has
followed-
almost like a.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah. Creed would have followed you. So he's with you guys too.
Isn't
You would've had to go through the-
allow that.
Yeah,
You
well,
said we could tag. I could talk. I could
Yeah,
tag
to
along.
talk to the guy.
Vallah,
Yeah, what do you want?
do you want to find out a little bit more about our
Guest.
shadow here?
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, for sure.
I'll only be here for a while. I'm not gonna stay through this whole process. It's gonna take all night.
Okay.
So I'll get him started and then I'll come back down.
Okay.
Um,
Let's go find something to drink. That's what I say to him, and then we're gonna walk away.
Before Ospo gets started, I take a cup and can I have bought like a bottle
Do you have any
of
drinking buddies?
Yeah, dude.
liquor
Mhm.
from downstairs?
Yeah.
How much is that gonna run me?
Cost you silver.
Oh, just okay. And I pour a pretty hearty
Yeah.
shot, double, of it,
Mm.
and I give it to him. I'm like, you're gonna want this.
Okay.
Okay, I know.
Put some
So
hair on your chest.
feel a little bad giving a 12-year-old alcohol, but I also feel bad for what's about to happen.
I mean, you were a
So-
14-year-old. You were good alcohol, and you
that's
were.
true.
He
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of. How do you drink that?
Well, I don't generally do it that fast. I'm not balling.
Yeah. No, you're not.
Okay. Do your best to stay quiet.
Okay.
Sketchy.
Um,
And I just
Yennerin kind of lays him down. It's like a masseuse table, basically. And you see now why the imp was chosen. Because different tools, he's flying different tools to Yennerin's hands as he begins to tap out tattoos. He holds the inkwell as he dips it in, and every new inkwell that's brought, he kind of mutters something, and then there's a of arcane light, and then he dips, keeps going, and Oskel, there are these two handles, and he's just white-knuckled, every muscle in his body is tensed, and just like these really, it's almost like a sigh, but it's like him breathing.
It actually hurts more when you tense up. They don't tell you that.
Alright, I'll leave you to it. I'll be back to check on you later.
Thanks.
Gritted teeth. I so appreciate this. Be like.
He stops tapping around it. He'll be fine. Tap,
I know.
Tap, 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 tap.
That'd be such
I just kind of rub his head and I leave.
When you rub his head, he kind of pokes his head up.
I wonder how they get all the detail done with that. It's so sketchy. You're just holding it there and then just hitting it. Like they're able to do so much cool
They're
things.
so practiced.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I want to get a tattoo done traditional like that.
Hurts a lot.
Hurts so much.
Yeah, I don't care. It'd be a good story.
Put hair on your chest.
Puts hair on my chest.
All right, so you walk back down to the tavern. All right. You guys just letting it happen through the tattooing process? You guys talking, or are you walking around the plaza, or looking for a smithy, or anything like that?
I'd like to see if there's any magic items that would be of use to us. Do we have anything we need to get rid of? I don't think we do. I think we're keeping all our magic items at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting rid of my magic items.
Yeah, no.
But
I'll go to the magic shop. Alright. You're welcome to come, or you guys can stay and drink. I mean, it's like noon, so
yeah, I'm Friday.
pace yourself.
Yeah, I'll follow them. I'll go with them. I'll go with her.
Creed's falling away.
You have
Okay.
two familiars now.
bro.
Seriously.
Oh,
I mean, he's kind of in a daze. He's in his own thoughts right now, so he's just kind of following.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, so you walk out, still talking, still stuff going on around outside. You watch someone come up and pause, and flick a coin into the well. Keep walking. Walk over to the shop.
The cape is also a great difficult.
The dragon's scale is in gold over this this red awning. You walk in. Ding 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 ding. You look. You don't see a bell. You walk in. You look in the back door. No bell.
Yeah, but
You walk in, there's
which grade was it?
various. There's a couple potions. There's a piece of armor. There's just various pieces of normal equipment, basically.
Like dark.
And on the counter, it's only about 30 feet deep. The counter, behind the counter, there's a gnome gentleman. He's got a silver mustache and silver head of hair. Green shirt, green pants. He looks to be on some sort of stool facing away from you. And he's got these glasses on that have all these little like magnifiers. And he's currently like ping and pew. Little like a spring like flies off and hits the wall. What can I do for you?
Just checking out your shop, see what you have.
You have to look adventurous. What are you looking for? I have various pieces of adventuring gear. Whether you want a shield that catches arrows, or you want a sword that severs limbs, I have all.
I have a sword that severs limbs.
I mean,
And I have a shield.
Any weapon in my hand.
Stops things.
As for his name.
Yeah. Just saying, because in about 5 minutes here, you'll be like, what is your name?
Well, just trying to get a feel for what you have.
Hi, what's your name?
my name is Wayne Stellai.
Wayne.
Yes.
What's up, Wayne? What are you working on there, bud?
It's currently a clockwork thing. It's not working out too well. I usually am able to craft quite well, but it's just being temperamental.
Do you specialize in anything in particular? Amulets, weapons?
I have some rings.
Rings?
Well, I have rings that make you harder to hit, rings that make you resistant to various elemental forces. He pulls out slides a big book over and kind of starts like flipping these pages. And like I said, I have the arrow catching shield over there. The severing shield, helmet that does weird things. I have this flask, and he shakes it, and it sloshes.
Oh no.
And then he opens it. Nothing happens.
What in the world? It's like a never spill water bottle.
It's like a leak-proof
He
bottle.
holds it, and there's no water in there.
It's lovely.
And he shakes it, and it sloshes. It's a lot of fun.
What is it
It's
exactly?
a trick flask.
'Tis a decanter of endless water.
Ah.
1 moment, I'll get out the description.
What? Endless water?
Yeah.
That's like dopeness. I don't know.
Dude,
It's like a fire extinguisher on crack.
He pulls out a bucket.
Wait, if nothing comes out of it, then.
Scream!
There's activation words.
Now, if you want more. Fountain! I won't say the bigger one, because it wouldn't be good in enclosed spaces.
What,
I
like
can see that.
tidal wave or what?
Don't say it.
Do you
The
have
word is Geyser!
It's not a
And then as he, the word's Geyser, and then as he says it, the cork goes, paching, and it flies up, and bing, bounces off, and this
This guy's not very smart.
a foot wide, the mouth of it's about this big, and it widens to about a foot, and about 30 feet in the air, which hits the ceiling and bounces to the side.
Is it a fire hydrant got knocked the cap off?
Yeah,
or-
kind of.
He is now soaked. His book is soaked. You guys are a little wet. His entire left side of his shop is completely wet.
I'll take a blessing for my servant. Shook the bottle.
Oh, so that's what it does.
Yes. Reaches behind the counter.
Puts a cork on it.
Tonk.
Well, that was quite the show. I appreciate it.
yeah.
Do you have anything? Man, trying not to metagame so hard. I've heard
Why not?
ancient tale of a small box that turns into a ship or a boat.
Whoa!
Upon
That's like my
command.
horse, but like better.
I mean, I have things like that. It's more of a pocket campsite, though.
Oh yeah, I don't want to.
Oh, that's cool.
We're looking to cross over to Arluin, and I was thinking maybe I could solve a problem and get us transport.
Oh.
But that's not the case. Also, probably way outside my budget.
Yeah.
It's quite expensive.
Yeah,
Is
they
it?
generally are. Do you have anything that makes you hit harder that's not a new weapon? Or
Think of bracelet or something?
yeah, like a bracelet.
Oh,
or-
you still have that armband.
I do.
Do we ever figure out what that does?
Yeah.
She
my
knows.
body is covered in tattoos, but also it
What
ups
more?
my AC.
Oh, that's right.
Um,
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I do poison. I can make it
I mean, I can make you dodgier. Hard to hit.
dodgy.
Dodgier. That's fine.
What is that gonna run?
This would run.
Jeans out.
I mean, 1,000 wouldn't be the world's like craziest thing for magic items, but
I mean,
that's
it's. Oh.
probably a couple hundred.
One moment.
Yeah.
And he like shakes the book and like a bunch of water hops off the stool, walks back into the back.
You seem like a very angry
You've
person.
got a lot of HP, but
I have an 18 as machine. It's a 16 regular, but
He walks out.
I think any of us need to be dodgier.
He walks out with what looks like a
Either way.
face in each of his hands.
a face?
One of them is almost like a terrified expression, and the other one was what looks like a fox. And he walks out with them. This one makes you scarier, and this one makes you dodgier.
I mean, that's true. I don't know Amari's feeling on them, but I know Miriam's feeling on foxes. And I do love foxes.
Josh likes foxes.
I just don't know if that's what I'm in the market for right now. Do you have anything that helps with healing? Or like if you go unconscious?
I do have an amulet, yes.
Okay.
He kind of sets him on top of the book. He's like, what's like up here? And he walks around, walks over, goes up the ladder. There you go.
Okay. I look at it.
It's a pretty nice silver amulet. It's not very big, but it's got a small little gemstone in the middle. Silver chain.
What does it do?
Um,
What does it do?
When you go unconscious, it wakes you up again.
yeah.
What if you're trying to
Oh.
sleep?
No. Unconscious.
No, like,
not like
You get hit really hard in the face.
things that happen to me sometimes when we play.
Yeah.
How much does this cost?
400 gold.
Yeah.
300. A moment.
I believe in bartering.
Walks around behind the counter.
I can barter for you.
You hear
Yeah, we
steps.
might need some help with that. That might get you some favor in Amari's book.
Greed will try to like get some in with the group and try to barter for them.
He walked upstairs.
Well, but when he
He's
comes back down,
gone for about a minute, and he comes back down.
we definitely don't have that kind of coin.
I have been told I can send you for 300
Oh, so you like just work here?
of sorts.
This isn't
Who
your
runs
shop?
the
This
joint?
is my wife's establishment.
Oh,
Twice the boss.
dang straight she is.
Been letting up for 49 years.
What's her name?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Or my condolences, either one.
Maya.
Maya. Hashtag Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh my god.
Is that? No,
Yeah,
it wants
fine.
to bring a card.
I'm ready to barter.
Alright, so you said 300?
Yes. The wife.
Does your wife believe in bartering? Because this grouping does.
She finds it a sport.
Awesome. So since she's kind of the boss, maybe she should come down and barter with us, so you don't have to run up and down. I'm really just thinking of you and your stature. Your small
I mean,
stature.
everything is built up. Proportions. One moment.
Right.
And he reaches over and pulls a little cord.
Alright, so. Barter, you grab your wife?
And he kind of bobs up and down for a minute.
She's coming. I'm guessing that was a bell to summon her.
Oh. Bro, you put a bell on your wife?
Or she put a bell on the house so that he doesn't screw something up while she's away.
I like that.
So my condolences.
Down the stairs. Down the stairs. You hear footsteps, and out comes a beautiful gnome woman, blue dress, blonde hair, kind of flowing over her back.
I think I missed the whole no.
Oh yeah, he's tiny. That's why I was
Yeah, yeah,
saying
yeah,
about the
yeah,
stature
yeah.
stuff.
He walks up. Can't get it right.
That wasn't my fault.
Yeah. She walks up to you. Hello, all. What can I do for you?
I'm interested in this amulet, and so we were thinking maybe there was some bartering that could be done, exchange of services.
How low do you want to go?
How low?
How low can we go? I mean, as low as we can get. We're willing to work some for it too. You think you can aid in this?
Yeah, I can help out.
All right, we'll see what you got.
Well said.
What's the lowest price that you guys want to agree with?
Like, what can we actually afford?
Yeah, like what can we afford?
Group fund.
Yeah.
We have
191.
191, and then I have 90 personal.
Dang, she got 90? Oh, count.
Yep.
So he wants to give us like
For
300.
3,
Yeah.
which technically speaking we could pay if everybody chipped in, but
But you'd be
what do you
all
want
chipping in
what
for
do you want
money
to knock it?
anyway.
What do you want to knock it down to? Like 150? Like cut it in half?
If we can cut it in half and do a small job.
Do it.
Yeah, 150. Can we barter down to 150?
What would you I don't know, it's quite expensive to enchant. I mean, what else are you offering? You want to pay 150. Are you willing to offer services as well? Or
Yes.
Small job?
Yeah.
yes? Alright. Roll a persuasion check. First off.
Persuasion?
Yes.
Well, that's a
Ooh.
bummer.
And persuasion, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13.
And none of us are trained in it, I don't think, other than her.
Yeah, no, she's the only one trained in it.
Wait, can I say, so if she says no, can I say 150 and 2 jobs because she wanted us to do one?
I don't think I can sell it to you for 150. I mean, it is expensive to enchant. I mean, what else are you offering? You're offering an item in trade or something of that sort? Or what are you thinking?
I will throw away my Burglar's pack for her.
No.
Do you have much use for spellbooks?
Oh, I forgot.
You have a spellbook on you.
Wow,
I do.
wow. That was the time.
Well, because you hit
Well,
on the
So I
other.
did hit a pencil,
Yeah.
but whatever.
what type of spellbook is it? Do you know what it focuses on?
Did I write down what it was?
Wait, which spellbook? From when?
It was a book of summoning.
Is it just of summoning?
Pretty much.
Okay.
There were some summoning and some illusion spells. Conjuration based.
Yeah, it's like summoning, conjuration, minor illusion. Not something that I have. Oh, I mean, it's very valuable, is what I meant to say.
But not something
But
that
I'd
we
be
have
willing to part.
with it
Yep. For the right.
in exchange for
Mhm.
the amulet.
Just the book for the
And
well, but I mean, and
Well,
And
what is
100
the
gold.
market value for?
a spell book.
Can-
Do I know?
Can I roll again?
I'm not a.
Just bartering the book.
She's not.
I don't know
She's the
what
one
the
that's
book
taking
is
the point.
worth.
I mean, depending on the level of the spells, there's certain that like, wizard spellbooks are expensive.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
isn't
Right.
Yeah.
So you tell us what kind of spellbook was it, because
Well, I don't.
if PR had it, you'd think that it'd be
It'd be
a pretty good one.
big deal.
You know.
Let's have a look at this spellbook.
Yup. I will be right back.
Oh yeah.
Because I left
Yeah,
everything
she
in my
left
room.
everything in the room.
You guys see if you can build some rapport. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
And I go get the book.
All right. Bye. Well, do you have anything you want to inquire on while she's gone? Or are we just going to stand here?
Wow. Okay. I'm trying to think of. Cause I don't want to like part with any of my magical items, but I'm gonna.
You have good magical items.
I know.
Right.
Don't get rid of
Let's just see if
I
we can
know.
do the spell.
I know.
You guys standing?
So where'd you two meet?
Funny thing, we actually met at the academy in our current defensive Vallah. They have a wonderful arcane academy there. We were there for a few years, freelanced on our own for a little while. We left. They didn't... weird things. Their arcane practitioners were teaching us odd things, so we decided to leave and start to practice here. We have a lovely array of weapons. You see like a wall of like just daggers, like 10 or 15 of them. You see a couple swords, what looks like a glaive, a couple shields, a helmet, some chest pieces, things like that. I don't know if either of you are looking or in the market for anything like this, but if you wish to buy it, just let me know.
Oh, like Josh isn't here. It's literally just me and it's just me and Creed.
Yep.
I keep looking at Josh like, does he want anything? And I'm like, wait, he's not
Don't have
here.
a character yet.
Would you like demonstrations of what our weapons can do? Or the shield's pretty fun.
The shield. What?
Yes.
The catching. Your husband made mention of it. Wait, am I talking to the girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Your husband made mention of this shield that could catch stuff. That was pretty cool.
Yes. Would you like to hold it? I have a thing.
A
You
thing?
can catch.
Sure.
Alright.
Sure.
It's up there. You go ahead and grab it.
I'll grab it.
She walks behind the counter. You pick up the shield.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like this. It's got like a tree on it.
Mm-hmm.
And she like comes up from the counter and shoots,
God!
shoots a hand crossbow at you. And
Are you attuned to your shield? The other one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm attuned to all 4
Okay.
items. I'm just holding a shield.
you have it like on your chest, like looking at it, and you see the arrow get to about here before one of the branches goes whoosh, and wraps around it and stops it. And now the tip of the crossbow bolt's about 3 inches away from the shield, and there's a little like what looks like a metal branch wrapped around it.
How exactly does this work?
Magic.
Right, but do your items do not need attuning?
That one doesn't.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
Some of them do. I mean, most of the daggers do.
Usually.
The helm does.
Okay, fine. Which ones don't? If it's a shorter list, which ones don't require it?
The item you're holding.
Right.
I don't. We have some darts. They're sort of poisonous. She pulls it off
I
and
shouldn't be like looking because I don't.
and hands a dart, and it's a very nice like broadhead with this metal, pretty thick metal piece in the middle, and then this metal fletching almost.
Whoa.
She holds it up. These. Throws it at one of the armor pieces, and it hits, and there's a of lightning across it, and then
Well, you know how much I love lightning.
and it comes back to her. She like sets it back on its little thing.
Oh, that's an interesting item.
Some of these items return. Some of them bond to you, so they cannot be disarmed from. You cannot be disarmed of them. I don't know what you're looking for. I have a interesting shop, I guess.
Yes. However, I feel most of this is out of my price range. Most of your wares look very expensive. Which is, it's fine. It's good to have expensive things.
Well then, if you're not going to use that, she
yeah.
she takes the shield and like draws her finger across one edge, and the tree limb kind of shudders, and then retracts into the shield, and she takes the bolt out of it. Would you mind hanging it back up?
Yeah, sure.
You're a little taller.
Yeah.
She walks back, reloads the crossbow.
She just has it there for...
About this time, you walk back in.
Where's the amulet?
The amulet sitting on the counter.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I've got the spell book in it.
Okay. Alright. So you come back in with the spell book, and is this it? Ooh.
Yeah, it is.
Do you have something you wanted to say?
No, I mean, it's very strong magic.
Oh.
Get any vibes from
Just
them
a
while it's done?
They have really cool stuff.
They're cool stuff. You don't want to tell me about what it is from?
Huh? I don't know.
Possibly.
Because if he's considered distracted, that means I'm in sneak.
Oh, darling, look at this.
Well, but, like,
She turns around and shows him the
Okay,
spells.
so what do you want to do?
Looks-
You can propose it to him if you want to.
I mean,
I kind of want to take the amulet.
but
Okay.
wouldn't they notice because we're talking about it, like right now?
Well,
It's
he
currently
was
barred.
reading the book, so my thought process, he was
Well, there's
distracted
two
by
of them.
It's a she!
Well, she's
She's
reading the book.
Well, I just mean like
The husband is working on the clockwork.
bartering
So the
over
husband-
something.
The husband is looking at the clockwork and she's looking at the book. So they're both distracted.
Yeah. But when they look back down, won't they notice?
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna
gone?
say, I'm looking at this from like, this is good if it's like a walk by.
But you don't have an
literally
escape route.
standing here in front of
Or
them.
a come back later for it
Yeah.
type situation.
Yeah, I can maybe do that, like come back later.
Yeah. But I feel like right now, if
Right
we're like
now?
trying to barter,
Right
they'll
now.
look and it's gonna be like an impossible.
Right here,
DC.
right now.
Finishes showing her husband one of the spells. Turns
Well, I
around.
just want to know how valuable the book actually is. We can like.
Right.
I will consider this full trade for the amulet.
What would you normally like
If we were looking to
give
sell
for
it.
this if we were looking to sell it?
The full value of these spells is ridiculously high. There's a lot of work put into this.
Barter, negotiation.
So, I mean,
We gotta
it'd
wrap this
probably be worth
Hornswoggle.
upwards of 900 gold on resale.
Yeah, I was gonna say she
So-
wants a full. When he, because it was a guy originally, when he originally priced it was 400 for the medallion
Right.
amulet thing. So this is double and then some.
Yeah. Yeah. So what else are you
either-
willing to throw in with the amulet to make this worth it? Because I mean, I have some hesitation parting with it in the first place because in the wrong hands, this is
Powerful.
dangerous.
It is very true.
I mean,
Yes.
we liberated it from some very dangerous hands.
Liberated. Funny. I mean, I
How
have.
is that funny?
Liberator.
It means we've killed the person that we took it from.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, there are multiple things in here. Did my husband tell you about the pocket campsite? It's a lovely invention.
It is.
Yeah, that is a good invention.
I mean,
I really want the dart. I don't know why. I just really do.
you
There's
don't throw things because you're not dexterous.
that. Well. Yeah.
1.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Your strength.
Yeah.
I mean, we have these things called Traveler's Stones.
What do they do?
Pulls out what looks like almost like a puzzle piece ring, sets them in, and just a campfire just comes up right there.
I mean. Okay.
Pops them apart. No charring in the wood. I mean, if you want to suggest some things from my wares that you would want, I would.
What would it cost to enchant something?
Ooh.
Ooh.
This is.
Like, I don't know, something simple of making a weapon more powerful or giving it the ability to strike harder, do extra damage long term.
For this, I could see the amulet's in an enchanted weapon that causes damage over time. For this.
How long would it take to enchant?
I hear what you're saying, but.
One moment. Turns around. Talks with her husband for a second. Have it done by tomorrow morning. You'd have to throw in 100 gold, but we could have it done by the morning.
You want to see if you can get that lower than 100?
Talking to you.
Alright, let's try.
45 or something?
45, can you get it low as 45?
Go ahead and make a check. There's a check.
19. Wait, not 9, wait.
Wait, what are you going? For persuasion?
Persuasion.
Persuasion? Oh, 19.
Yes, so that's a 22.
22.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
I'll go 50.
Is that a deal?
50?
30.
Further down.
That's how bartering works, yo.
Fine, 45.
Sweet.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm useful.
Um,
I don't even have to take that out of the party funds.
Takes the book.
oh, I guess I could
Walks.
ignore.
Walks up the stairs.
Okay.
To the male one, the one who's not frustrated. Could I ask him about the ice claws that I have in my
Oh shoot, yeah. I
What,
forgot
like-
about those bad
like-
boys.
Yeah.
Yes, I can look at those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just go ahead and take
What
a
I-
look.
He holds one of them.
Oh, yeah, I never take anything off.
He puts it down on the. Where did you find these?
It's less of a find.
As much as a scavenge.
This is so cool. Dude, I've been wanting one of these for forever. Look at this. And he picks it up. He holds it in front of you. Are you willing to be cold for a moment?
Sure. Yes.
Takes the claw and breaks it. You need everyone near him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
gosh.
What did you do?
I know. Dexterity.
Not good.
So. Oh wait, saving? Oh wait.
Yes.
Oh, so 17.
7.
So you
Seven.
go on your saving throw. What was so it's a
Dexterity saving throw.
right, but for her proficiency it's her dex plus her proficiency for the saving?
If she's
so
if she's
5.
trained in it.
So yeah, so plus
19.
19. So you both are like, no, and you like duck down. Amari's kind of like behind Vallah a little bit, and like peeks around, and just catches the full brunt of this
Just
like.
as he ducks, I'm like, what?
Oh, I gotta roll one for him too.
Nah.
Yes. As he breaks the claw, it's almost like what happens with your spear, where like
Oh, yeah.
ice like travels with the arms, but it's like, and he It's like when in old fashioned movies like it blows up and their hair's like blown back and they're like wide eyed.
Eyebrow.
He's like that, but like everything is frozen. Like his hair is like frozen in like the spiky position. He kind of like unfreezes his clothes. You guys take 3 points of cold damage. You take 6 points of cold damage. He's like blown back off his stool and he hits the ground and he goes, "I'm so sorry. It's not what I thought it would do. I just
What do you think it
my
was?
spell told me it's something else." Yeah. He hops back up on there. It's not an arcane item. It's hardest to identify. He sets the broken pieces of the claw down there. Point is, it makes the area cold.
Right. Are you okay?
I don't know what in the world I got myself
I
into.
don't know.
And I didn't even take it out of the party funds.
Okay, so point is, what is the value of these?
Did he just use one of your claws?
Yeah, basically.
That was a lot of effort to get.
What?
The claws.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, use
yeah,
one
yeah,
up.
yeah.
How many do you have?
You're in trouble, bud. You're in trouble.
What is their value?
I had 4.
Oh, someone who is smart would pay somewhere around
Wait, someone was.
You break it, you buy it.
40?
You broke it.
40 gold?
Someone was smart.
Why?
Well, I mean, we had something of value and now we don't. And it hurt.
Listen here.
And what your wife doesn't know.
Won't hurt her. So, I'm thinking along the lines of something in the store just happens to go missing. What would that be? Okay, so now I want what actually is on there, because I don't.
So there's.
I know the shield, but
What are the vials? Do we recognize any of the vials?
You recognize one of them as a healing potion.
I don't need that.
One of them is kind of like it's on the top of the vial. So where the space would normally be under the cork, it is at the bottom of the vial. There's a what?
It's weird. So the liquid is.
The liquid is opposite of what?
Yeah.
What is
So
it?
the air pocket's on the bottom versus the top.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a silvery one with something floating in it.
Something.
Backwash.
There's
Yeah, I'm basically looking for things that don't require attuning.
a couple clear vials. He pulls out the water canteen again. Don't know if you want this,
It's kind of boss.
Yeah.
but I mean, he kind of sets it under the table. There's the dot. There's. I mean, that's really kind of it.
Okay.
What about the weapons?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a multitude of daggers over there.
What do they do? There's are they enchanted?
Hops down off the stool. Goes up the ladder. This one, you throw it, and you can teleport to where it hits. Hangs it up.
That's pretty
I like
sick.
that.
This one, you can, it giggles when you hit things.
Does that do extra psychic damage? Because it should.
That's kind of crazy.
Because that done be creepy.
That gonna be creepy.
Okay.
This one is... You have to hurt yourself to attune it.
Oh, you hurt yourself and it does.
This one, when you stab something, you can cast silence. This one's more expensive than 45, but you can throw it, and it has a few uses, and if you expend the uses, it throws more daggers behind it. He hangs it back up. This one, it's
Shotgun?
you stab it. You stab someone with it, and it kind of electrocutes them, but it lingers. He
I
hangs
really
it up
thought
again.
that you were starting to say it. You stabbed it with it and it hurts.
Hurts, and I was like,
I
that's
mean,
just a regular dagger.
As opposed to a dagger, it doesn't.
He holds up a pair of daggers. These don't leave a wound.
Whoa.
Don't leave a wound mark. He hangs them back up.
That's pretty cool,
Interesting.
actually.
They don't do any damage.
I'm liking these daggers.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Just raising your
But
hand.
yeah, I'm just raising my hand. I feel like this is class.
Uh,
I think since each of us should be compensated for the thing that you've broken that was ours. So each of us can take something.
each of us, and there's
Uh,
of 3.
2 items. It's hard to. It's gotta be more than that.
This guy's
I mean, I'm
marriage.
Can I persuade him?
benefiting.
Can I persuade
I'm
him?
benefiting, so I'm not
Each of
Um,
us an item.
Make a persuasion check.
I mean, I am coming out with stuff, so.
9 plus
Persuasion.
8,
8,
so 17.
17.
Turns around. He seems to be having like an inner battle. She already got an item. 2 items. Like turns around and is just like
Okay.
tense against the ladder. Like this thing was
Can I
against everything
intimidate
in the
him?
world. You can try.
I have
I feel like you're just
18, 19, 22, 22, 23, 24, 24.
You walk up behind him.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
And you whisper in his ear. You guys see her walk up behind him, walk up behind the gnome, and just whisper in his ear. And you see every tense muscle go slack. He does the sailor thing where he puts his feet on the outside of the rungs and. Three. And he walks behind the counter. And he sits down on his stool. And he puts his glasses back on.
Okay.
His hands are shaking, and he picks up a piece and tries to stick it in there, and ping! Another spring is flying.
He's just not having a good day.
Picks
Okay.
up another spring.
So
Puts it
here's
in
the
there.
thing. So here's the thing. Do we want to get the water thing? Or...
Did it work? That's my question.
Yeah, it worked.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, I don't need anything else.
I kind of want to take 2 of those daggers.
No. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Which ones?
I want to take the teleporting one and the silencing one.
Okay, so you walk up.
Wait, the silencing one? If you stab someone with it, it immediately silences them. Is that how it works?
So
Or-
it casts silence,
On
so.
an area or just
like,
a
what does that
person?
mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they're the point of origin, I'm guessing, of the spell silence, and so something within a certain radius, there's no sound.
There's no sound. So, it's
So
like
no one
void
can
of
cast,
sound.
basically no one can cast spells, you can't like talk within that space.
There's like no sound.
It's basically a sound vacuum within. I think it's a 30-foot radius.
I think it's a pretty decent size.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Cool.
That would work good with assassins.
Yeah. Probably.
Can I take those 2?
Yeah. So you walk up and you grab the dagger. It's pretty like nondescript. It's got 2 little like really small rubies kind of on the cross tree where it kind of curves under towards the blade, and the other one is a it's got a ring in the end. And it's got a wrapped handle. There's no cross guard. It's like one piece of metal. There's the ring, and then it goes down to the handle, and it widens out and it points. It's just one of those guys you can just like spin on your finger.
Sweet.
So,
Are you gonna get something? You can still take one more thing.
I'm saying, can I leverage for, instead of it being an item, if he can do something for me?
like you guys would push this guy.
Like make no. Like, so basically my idea here is I have 12 Umber Hulk claws.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to fashion some sort of like gauntlet or gloves to like that incorporates a spike as like some kind of thing?
I
but
feel like that would be more of like an armor or blacksmith.
Right, well I'm thinking as far as
He
like
probably can't do that. He doesn't seem very creative.
You can't put a spring in
A
the
spring
thing.
into a clock. Yeah.
You know that leather work and metal work is not his expertise.
Okay, alright. So I'll just take the wire then.
Okay. So you reach behind the counter and you like pull out the canteen. He kind of keeps working.
Alright.
Are we pretty much settled here?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
take my sword from behind, and I unlatch them, and I put my sword of warning back, so I have my offhand that's just kind of normal right now, and I set it on the counter. This is what we want enchanted. If anything happens to it, we'll be back.
You see the back of his head just go, just nod.
Okay. Alright, let's go.
Live with the sword. Okay.
How much damage does both of those daggers do?
It's a base D4.
So 1d4.
So it's a D4 and then you add your dexterity modifier. And you can add your sneak attack to those attacks because it's a finesse weapon, which means you use your dexterity.
So 1d4.
Yes, plus
+4. Or
plus 3 on damage, but it's a plus 5 to hit.
Yeah. So yeah, you leave that. So yeah,
Mhm.
that one's good.
Sweet.
So now we're gonna walk back to yada yada yada.
Alright, so you walk outside, and things are still happening, all this stuff's still going, and
Alright, you know what?
you smell some wood smoke. Like, more than usual. The breeze is coming from the sea. You kind of get to a spot where you can see the thoroughfare, and you look down towards the sea, and there's just this column of black smoke rising up.
From like a port?
Like, from further towards the port, but not at, like, in the port. Like, it's a building probably halfway between where you are now and the port, which is only about 300 feet.
Okay.
But there's just this column of black
And
smoke
black
slowly
smoke.
rising.
So it's at like a rager.
Yeah.
Out of control fire. That's not good. Ooh, wait, everybody sees it?
Yep.
Okay.
Shall we see what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Check
I
it
have
out.
I have a fire hydrant.
You
in my backpack.
We
now.
take off.
Okay.
Alright. I just sent it to you. Alright, so you start moving
Fire hydrant.
and make a perception check.
If you wanted to go like make rolls, then I'm like, okay.
Don't do anything.
Do you want to make my roll, Josh?
No, you know how well I roll.
Modified 20.
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
Like what?
Do a perception. So roll and then add your. Oh, you don't have a perception.
So it's
So it's just
stuff.
So it's just straight roll. So
Alright,
15.
15.
15? Alright. So you both see this. All three of you, I'm sorry.
I was like, wait.
Both. What? Huh?
She rolled a modified 20 and you
I
don't see it, but we see
mean,
it.
You both, all of you, see on the right side of the street in one of the alleyways this these two like yellow cat's eyes look at you and then
Oh, I don't like that
move
at all.
parallel.
should we?
Did everybody see that? Everybody saw
Are you
it.
gonna take care of the fire or follow the cat?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't like cats. I'm just gonna keep going.
Towards the fire.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
I'll follow.
Yep. All right. So you guys get within about 30 feet of the building, and it is big. It is the whole two-story wooden structure is on fire. It looks to be some old like Victorian style house with the columns and the really nice like trimming and siding, and it is all on fire. The roof is collapsed in. It looks like part of the back wall has collapsed onto another house, and now that one's burning.
Oh my gosh!
It is a big fire, and it looks. You hear this ding 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 and it's going, and like there's what looks like a water like spigot on the other side of the street where there's a livery, and so there's like this big old bucket chain that's just going back and forth of this like just like across the street, and they are all just like dumping water into this thing.
Dude,
I'm just gonna run up
you
and
can climb walls.
yeah, I'm gonna run up the like a nearby building to get like a. Basically, I'm gonna try
I grabbed the amulet. I left my sword, but I took the
Yeah.
amulet. Okay.
Yep.
I got all sorts of blank.
Necklaces. Blank.
You're gonna turn into Mr. T here in a minute.
Right?
Is anybody in the building?
Yeah, can we tell if there's anybody in the building?
As you guys are watching, you see one person come out, like patting flames off.
The whole thing's on fire and he's just like, oh. Flames.
You see it is
Rock and roll, dude.
Yeah.
elf, right? Elven woman?
Yes.
Yeah. You see an elven woman come out of the.
Right, Josh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see an elven woman come out of the building, and she had her hands, and then she releases them, starts patting off this.
She had hands and
She had her hands in a certain position, and then she released them, and starts like brushing off these cinders.
Like Doctor Strange, like
Yeah.
type of a thing. We'll find our level to be equal to yours, or whatever. It's like whatever it is.
Pretty good. And she walks out and just like starts yelling at the bucket chain. Stop! It's all gonna go anyways. Just let it go. Let it go. Just contain the flames.
Yeah, contain the flames. Let's go.
Just leave the house to burn. You're not gonna save it. And then she
She's aggressive.
she taps herself on the chest and then flies up
Is
and
she
over behind
Flies
the other
with
house.
what?
She taps herself on the chest, and you see her.
But like so not.
Her,
so
you
just-
see her. You see her just lift off the ground, and
Gross. All right.
she flies behind, and you hear yelling from behind the house,
Kidding me.
like behind the other flaming house.
Yeah. So which house is like got like where's the fire like spreading?
So the wind is blowing away from the harbor into the city,
Right.
and so the flames are kind of blowing that way. But a portion of the back wall fell in on another house.
Right.
That that is now the roof is burning, and it's starting to like push it to the side.
Okay. I'm gonna run up that building if I can and use geyser to like spray it. I guess. Can I do that?
Okay. Yeah. So you run up the building. You watch as the big Goliath just like runs in the building, and you're like, "What is his end game?" He runs and he jumps, and then he sticks to the wall. Shoot! Jumps up over, and is running along on the city side of the burning house. Is running, jumps across to the next building. The roofs are pretty close to each other. You run over and you look down at this burning building, and it's decent sized. Like not near as big as this colonnaded massive mansion that was on the front of the street.
Right.
You pull out the big old flask and you say geyser, and you're blown.
I can fly too, guys! It's like those hoverboards.
As a 30-foot, 30 gallons of water just. And you hear this sizzling as flames are put out.
And just white steam.
Yes, a lot of white
It's
steam.
glorious.
Is it clear water, or is it like fresh water or salt water?
Which is more effective? I don't know. I don't
Just say
just
fresh water.
Yeah, just water.
All right.
Water.
Water. Why?
All right.
The
Why?
wet kind.
The
I-
wet.
I was just-
Actually,
I just
water's
wondered
not
if-
wet. It makes things wet.
I just wondered if you had a specification. Yeah, so you shoot the geyser, 30 gallons, just blanket the house. Still on fire.
Oh, great.
How many times can I'm just. Is there like something bigger than Geyser? Is there like.
You can look at the item thing.
Oh, did you send over?
For quick reference, no, Geyser's the biggest one, but you can do it as many times as you want. It just takes an action each time.
Okay.
I guess I run to the house that like it's collapsed on and like make sure people are out and like if there's any debris or
Alright,
anything.
so the
trying to
door
get
is
out.
actually like closed because of the wall. And you run to the back and there's a window. And inside you see a woman like cradling her child and like looking at the top, like looking at the door, trying to figure out how to get out. And these windows are like this big. Like, so you're not going to really fit someone out of it. But as she starts looking around, she like picks up her baby, goes over to a window, pushes it open, and just like as gently as possible drops the baby outside.
So you said the windows are like yay big?
This big. They're pretty small.
Is the place made of wood?
Yes.
I take my sword and I start whacking.
Okay. Roll a athletics check.
Modified 20.
Modified 20. In not too long, you just like punch out the window and then just go to town on the bottom edge of the window, and you pretty soon just like hack out this like another foot of open space that you then can widen out, and the woman looks at you. Okay, thank you, and like jumps out.
Other hand. I only have one sword, so
Right
I've
as
got my other hand available.
right as the other side of the building kind of, and you see the wall that had been held up kind of starts to like lean over so as to like cover the because it had just been one wall. Now part of it is starting to separate and fall down. As you like grab her and pull her to the side, it kind of
And I grab the baby.
yeah. You run over and you scoop up the baby.
No, leave the baby.
You run over and you scoop up the baby. It is crying like nobody's business. They're both like smoke blackened, and she's got like a burn mark on her shoulder. And the woman that you saw fly is still hovering in the air, just yelling at this bucket chain down below to stop the spread of the flame. And once again, you see the panther on the other side of the street. These two cat-like eyes in this black body, just looking at you.
Wait, what kind of? Is it the same cat?
Yeah,
Okay.
same cat.
You said panther?
The panther. Not the
Oh,
cat.
I thought it was a cat.
No, not the cat. The panther.
Which is a
That
type
we
of
saw a
cat.
minute ago. I mean, yes. But,
It has cat-like eyes, is what he said.
right. So I take the woman and the baby to the street.
Alright.
So
Where
they're out
did
of
the
harm's way.
flying lady go?
She's above the building, kind of like at the back.
Yeah, so it's like the fiery mansion,
Uh-huh.
the building it fell on, bucket chain is over here, and she's kind of like right up here above
I'm
them.
up on the.
Spraying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up. You are over here because the mansion's here, the burning building's here. You're over here, and you're just
I
like
might just keep throwing water on it.
laying on this new toy you have.
This
and-
geyser fountain toy thing.
Yeah, and so within 5 minutes, with your help, the back portion of this
It's just drenched.
this burning like building that's been fallen over and on, and like it's just a jumble of like wreckage and blackened wood and steam and smoke and heat coming from this building over the big mansion over here. There's no longer any danger of it spreading backwards, and there was a fair 20-foot alley between the large house and the next house on the front street. So there's really no danger of it spreading. And over the next 10 minutes, it just kind of collapses in on itself and keeps burning a lot, but doesn't look like it's going to keep spreading.
Okay.
As you kind of stop and put the canteen on your side, the woman flies up to you. Thank you. That was very helpful. What's your name?
Vallah.
Well, thank you, Vallah. I'll see if I can find you after this. I have to go oversee the taking out of my lab. It's the recovering of my lab. Goodbye. And she flies back down.
That was weird. Cool.
Once again, you didn't ask for her name.
She did this. giving me a chance, really, if you think about it. Cool. She'll find me. That's awesome. Alright. I'm gonna just walk down. Where'd you guys? Are you guys?
I'm like back out front of
Okay.
the house that.
I guess I'll move over to where they're at.
Okay. So you walk over there, and the bucket chain. They're just like watching
Walk
this thing
straight
burn.
down the building.
They all kind of look at you like, what is going on? Yeah, they're
Is the
all
panther still there?
yes.
Do you see the panther in the alley?
You mean the one with the yellow eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do. You think
Does
what
it
I'm
seem
thinking?
a little out of place here?
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's like gnolls and goblins and crap, but
You want to pull a little forget-me-not?
I don't know if I'm ready to murder it, and also
You don't have Talon.
Oh, that's true. We don't need Talon. Talon doesn't do much anyway. He only killed like one person this whole time.
And that's also true.
Yeah.
Does it? I mean, I don't know the anatomy of this or setup of this town.
How far away is the panther?
From you, it's about 40 feet, 45 feet, something like that.
And it's just staring at me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it wouldn't count as an object.
What?
I mean, you could make contested checks, or you could go to it.
What are you thinking?
Could I opt instead of grabbing and throwing, just grabbing and like
I have ensnaring
grappling?
strike.
Like going to the object and grappling, or just like
just
grappling
like
from your
basically
distance.
like almost like it's a rope to hold it so that it can't run.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Cool. Right now I'm just gonna walk towards it,
So it's the
Okay.
motion of your.
but yes.
Yeah,
Alright,
there's-
so you walk towards it, you get within about
14 as well.
30 feet of it before it turns and keeps walking, just like disappears down the alley.
Yeah, pick up my pace a little to catch
Okay.
up with it.
Oh,
So you start jogging, and it goes straight for a little while, goes straight for about 2 buildings, and it hangs to right. You guys are following?
Yeah, we're following.
How did we set up the passive perception?
Passive perception is 10 plus any perception bonus you have.
Yeah, so like I'm trained in
Oh,
it, so I have a
okay, so
plus
you-
3. So mine's passive is 13.
So then what was hers be?
Is she trained in
What did she
perception?
do?
Does she have a proficiency in
No,
No, so
perception?
it's just
No?
the wisdom.
What is her wisdom modifier?
it's a 1 plus 1.
Yeah,
So it's
so it's
11
11, yeah.
passive.
Okay, so just 11.
So the panther keeps moving. You guys are following, yeah?
Oh, did it start walking away?
I started walking towards it, and then it
She's
started to
moving
walk
faster.
away, and so now I picked up pace because it is
Where is it?
heading down the alleys.
It's headed.
It's headed.
We don't have a map of this
And
thing.
S is
Yeah,
like
no.
this.
East. It's headed east.
How do you draw an S?
It's headed parallel to the harbor, basically inland. What would be inland?
Perpendicular?
I'm sorry, north.
North?
It's headed north.
Oh.
Okay.
Parallel. It's headed north, parallel to the sea. It's not going inland.
I was
It's
like,
going north.
that is perpendicular.
Yeah, I was like, how
Yeah,
is
because it's like ocean.
So
the
you were
entrance
watching
you can-
gymnastics last night, and I was like trying to remember the name of the bars, and I was like, you know the bars that are parallel, and I was like, I mean the parallel bars. Gosh.
Yeah.
Those moments.
Yeah. So it's like the sea, the entrance you came in, and then the house that was burning, the harbor, and the town square.
It headed north. Okay.
He's moving this way.
So, and he's like 40 feet away from us, right, as we're walking.
Pretty close. And he disappears around he takes a right.
So, can I have, right, more discreetly, can I have Lycos kind of try to head off,
Okay. So you watch as just kind of like
seemingly out of nowhere?
out from behind him, just this wolf just runs off.
That's pretty cool.
Did
He farts wolves.
It's just like, excuse me.
and then hangs a left to go north. You guys are running after it.
Yeah, if we have to
Yeah.
run,
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. So you get up to where it was, and you see it just going. It's moving at a fair speed.
I want to try and get within 35 feet of it.
Okay.
Already
Um.
40 feet. So if you dash, you can
Um.
run 60, right?
Yeah, I mean, pretty easily you can get within.
Okay, when I'm at least within 35 feet, I just want to
I gotta find a thing.
put my left arm. Wait, which side did I put the bracer on?
The left.
The left, right? Because my
Whichever one it
tattoo's on the
was,
right.
Yeah, whichever one didn't have the.
Yeah, I think my tattoo is on the right, and so we did it on my left.
Yeah.
I thought your tattoo was on
Yeah.
your left.
No.
Because on your right bicep is the...
Yeah,
Right,
it's
but
on
then,
the same
but
side.
remember, I thought
It's
that
on the
I
same
only
side.
had the one tattoo, and he's like, oh, but you've got the one on your bicep too, and there was that whole conversation of like, I have
Yeah.
another tattoo,
Yeah.
and like, so we just
Yeah,
made it on the same
Yeah,
side.
yeah, yeah. They're on the same
Well, I just don't want the snake to cover up my,
Yeah, and
like, my legit tattoo.
side. Yeah.
So my offhand,
She has a
we'll
snake.
fix that if,
Right.
whatever. But yeah, so I
Already
like
watching
reach
that
it out,
episode.
and yeah, the snake flies out.
All right. So
Serpent.
as you're running, you guys round the corner and just in time to see her extend her left arm, and this big ol' like green snake just erupts and
It's like
goes flying out and wraps.
You open it up and it jumps out.
Wraps. Yeah, no. Around the back, the hind legs of the panther, and it just.
Ouch.
And you now have its back legs, and you continue running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because theoretically I can throw an object 5 feet, but I feel like in this mode, since it's not an object, it's a creature, that would render that.
Negates it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Like
would
a
work.
Yeah, so just more like grapple so that I can run towards it.
All right, so you grab it, and it's front paws are like going, and its
like
claws are
Bagheera.
out, and it's like trying to like pull itself along. And you're like running, and as you're running, the snake is like wrapping around but into your arm. It's real weird. It's just you just look at your arm, and it's like it's off-putting.
I'm still not used to this.
And it just keeps retracting as you get closer and
Did
closer and
Lycos
closer.
beat us there?
About the time you're about 15 feet away, it just just like skids to a halt, like on the like facing it, and yeah, it's growling. All right. So what are you guys doing?
I just
I
want
can
to
take
get.
this off now because no more talent. Aww.
I mean, he's
Just
not
burn it.
dead.
Burn it.
Burn it.
Yeah, I want to get closer so that I can like figure out what the deal
So
is.
as you get closer, it starts to change. It starts to go from a panther, it shrinks a little bit, and then there's a dude just laying on his stomach, face down. If you would like to describe your character.
So he has like not long hair, but kind of just swept over to the side. It's brown, glowing green eyes, and he has like a lot of bandages on his legs. And what else? Oh, he has on. Oh yeah, he has antlers, and on his. It's the left shoulder here is a tattoo of the number 7. And yeah, he's not wearing a shirt. He's wearing kind of like a strap.
Everybody has
Shawl
tattoos,
kind of thing.
and I don't.
Yeah,
Oh man.
One person should.
yeah, he has
I
antlers.
know.
Yeah.
It's like a footish.
Yeah. The wolf is still growling.
I'm gonna roll over and be like, "Ow! Why did you do that? Did Demi send you?
Who me?
Demi. I
No,
saw
you
you
just
talking to her.
seemed suspicious
talking to?
watching us.
Demi, you were talking to her.
Listen, dude, you're in no position to be asking questions here. Why are you following us, and who exactly are you?
I'm not following you. I'm wondering why you're helping terrible people.
We put out a fire.
Well,
I saved a baby.
yeah, the building that was on fire, that was set on purpose, and the person who flew away, she's not good. I have antlers because I'm an experiment. I've been an experiment for, oh, is it 10 or 11? 10 or 11 years. My eyes are glowing right now because I'm on drugs.
Okay,
Those
this
are
is a
not
lot.
good
Can we
people.
take this off the street? before we go any further?
I mean, we're not really on the street, we're in an alley, but yes.
Oh, I thought you turned out and into a.
I just like was running down
Down
and
the
turned
side
into a
alley.
little bit of an alley.
Side
Oh.
And then he came around. Because you came around behind.
Yeah.
Lycos came around the front.
So a lot of information, like really fast. Okay. Do I feel like he's on the up and up?
Yeah, I
Like,
was gonna say.
Make an insight check. And if you, I mean, you're not. I leave that up to you. I leave the rolls up to you. On
yeah,
that one,
you know, my
15.
5 is not gonna tell me
I'm
much.
telling you the
Nice.
truth.
19.
Tell the truth.
No.
I was hoping something was wrong.
So Lycos
these
is
things
going to like lessen his aggression. He's
All
gonna
right.
not.
The wolf that had been like a foot away from you, just like growling at you.
He'll just be like, and then like sit down.
Yeah. He sits, still just staring at you. It's kind of unsettling. Doesn't blink.
What
Doesn't
a good
just like
I know, right?
statue, just staring at you.
I like kind of turn my hand and make the snake release.
You guys watch as this snake that had been wrapped around your feet just and is gone.
I'm gonna walk up and put my foot on his chest to keep him on the ground though.
All right.
Ouch. You must be heavy. You must be heavy.
Kicking out.
272 pounds.
But you're 6'5" and 270 pounds.
Pure muscle.
Yeah. He's Goliath.
Picture Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
You met Aaron?
Yeah.
He's
But
290.
gray.
Yeah.
So you think the Goliath would weigh more
Right.
if he's
it's-
6'5"?
I'm 20 years old. I'm a young Goliath.
That's true.
He-
But still, if
he
he's that
hasn't
tall, he's
bulked
that
up
muscular.
yet.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm lean. Okay, it's not bulking season yet.
He's wily.
Dude, that's what. Why do you think I've been straining my?
Dude, I'm like,
straining my.
what am I?
skin.
I'm 6'2" and I'm like 190. I'm like
Wow.
super lean.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's. Skin
Yeah,
and bone.
I'm 6 and 190.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
5'11".
that's thin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Miriam's not even close to any of those
And do I
stats.
see any
Oh,
like
well,
weapons or
she's close
anything
to
on him?
one. It's not the height.
I have a dagger on my side.
Okay.
That's it.
Understand if you even think about reaching for that thing, I'll run you through. I have no idea who you are. I don't trust
Are
you.
these
I have
experiments
no
legal?
idea.
Can I disarm him? Take the
Yeah,
dagger
sure.
away?
They're not well known.
7, you
There.
watch as a
So-
red-skinned tiefling with horns just walks over. Hangs on the dagger.
And then I'm like, keep that where I can see.
They're
it.
not.
We still don't know you either. If you only knew the trust issues this group has.
Literally the only person I trust remotely is Amari. And I've only known her for like
No,
3
I think
weeks.
Talon trusted a lot more, but he's not here.
Yeah.
I thought I did you guys a few solids.
You're in progress, but you're not my most favorite.
Person.
So. Okay.
Well, like,
You
yeah.
don't have favorite people.
I mean, you're not a fiend, but like, you're fiend adjacent.
It would kind of make you wonder how I intimidated that guy so well, though.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
you kind of lost 2 steps when you took 1 forward. So.
So, where's the spirit?
Hey, I got you guys stuff.
Progress.
Everything is run out of that lab. It's all undercover.
Okay.
I feel like we just
Can,
did
can we
this.
can we just back up for one second here? You need to slow down and explain from the beginning, because from my perspective, what I'm hearing is the fire was set on purpose. I was the one who did it. And
I wasn't the one who did it.
Then who did it?
A Shallow.
Okay, who is a Shaldow?
A Shallow, and he's a fawn. He was one of the scientists. He was the only good scientist in there.
Okay.
He helped all 11 of us escape.
And you're the 7th of them?
I am, yes.
Guessing you were
Guessing.
tagged.
My name is Seven.
Oh, that is your name.
Nice to
Well,
meet you.
My name is actually Jay. That's the only thing I can remember, but
It's a letter
Like
J.
the letter.
Jaye.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Jaya?
It's an E.
Right, so Jaya.
No, the E makes the A say its name.
No, that's what the Y does. J.
Regardless.
You spelled your name wrong.
I mean, you
I'm
could argue
sorry.
any
I forgot
parents-
the first 10 years of my life. I don't know what happened. That's the only thing I can remember.
Okay. So by start at the beginning, you managed to start at the middle. So
Well, I don't know the beginning.
Well, he forgot.
what's the
10
first thing you
years.
remember besides your name?
Oh, the first thing I remember, I was taken into a lab. Well, no. That's what I assumed because I left the lab with no memory. And some drugs coursing through my system.
Some drugs. Huh.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not done talking. Keep going.
Yes, that lab has developed 5 different drugs. They're designed to do different things. There's 3 genetic projects, and there's one that will erase lots of memories, and then one that makes you more open to genetic modification, such as antlers. I honestly am the most normal looking one of all of us. Well,
Yeah, what is on
Depends.
his legs? Did you say?
Just bandages.
I'm wearing like shorts and then like lots of bandages. There's like some blood, specifically on my right thigh. There looks like something was injected there. Something in the last. What time of day is it?
Yeah. We'll go with that.
What's the guy that started the fires coming in?
A Shallah. A-S-H-E-L-L.
Sheldon.
A winged fawn.
So he flew away.
No, he's dead. That woman you were talking to, she killed him.
And he
Okay.
called her Denny.
Denny.
Okay.
Denny
And-
Moore?
And so
There's one other.
this is just too much. Okay.
Lesso is potentially in there, in the boarding building. He might be dead, hopefully. But he's another elf. He funded the project.
Lesso?
L-E-S-O.
I give him 2 S's.
Yep.
That's how you spell less. If it only had one S, it would be release.
No.
No, because
Yeah.
an E makes the.
Anyway, it's not really relevant.
10.
Lesso funded project may or may not be dead.
Dead question mark? So
Who did you write that about?
I do not know.
Vi-
Okay,
Vino.
question. The guy who ran out, I shouldn't ask. Never mind. So,
The guy who ran out.
That was Denny.
That was
the
Dan.
first guy, that wasn't River.
It's just gonna be a
8.
snacking.
Yeah.
That wasn't him. They had already gotten out. That was a different guy.
Yeah.
Danny's the only one that we saw come out.
Yeah. That we saw.
Right, okay.
So,
Your bag's upside down.
You've been.
Him.
yeah.
You wanna tell the good story?
No. It wasn't like a mistake, like I opened it upside down on purpose. It was just, I had to because there was a hole in the back. Anyway, that I may or may not have created. Anyway.
Right there?
Yeah, right there. This doesn't explain how you were following us beforehand.
He wasn't, I think he was just, were you just watching? Or
I was just watching. I wasn't watching you in particular. I was just looking to see what happened with the fire.
A likely story.
do we believe him?
Can make an insight
I
check.
also lost 6.
I definitely believe him. I mean, I rolled it, unless you're lying, because I'm
not lying.
But,
I don't know why Justin
Yeah,
had my character
I'm
would
not
stare at you
rolling
because I
because I
didn't
don't
need to
believe
stare at you, but.
okay, that's fine.
I'm trying to be. Oh,
Nat
she just
20.
rolled a nat 20.
I am telling the truth.
Well, if this is all true and that chick can apparently fly, I don't feel like it's wise to hang around here.
No.
I will take off my cloak and put it. Let him up. Follow. He's not armed.
No, I took a dagger.
We'll just hold on to that for a moment.
I take the dagger from him.
He reaches out and like pulls the dagger.
I give it willingly.
Okay, he takes it.
Yeah, do you want to make a strength check? With your -1.
Yeah, I give Jay my cloak
Why?
to hide because he's
Oh.
a little obvious. I think we should get more information, but not here.
I have dark clothes and a hood.
Which you're wearing.
Yeah, those are your clothes.
So unless you're
Leave
gonna
those.
get
I
naked.
also have dark clothes
Just
and a
leave those
hood.
on.
Which you're not wearing.
Yeah.
Where is your stuff?
Yeah, where is yours?
My stuff is at a different location. I've been playing an escape for years. More actively in the last weeks. And then most of my supplies are at a friend's house.
I'm trying to
Well.
be like.
Take us there, I guess.
Okay. I will lead them to Dominic's, wherever that is.
Okay.
All these names.
Which ones?
There's so much yellow on this
Which
page.
ones ran to Dominic's?
I'm.
Which numbers ran to Dominic's?
1 and 2.
Last page. Here we go.
So,
It was 1 and 2, and then you.
1 and 2 and me and Desiree if she figures out where she's going.
Was Dominic also an experiment?
No. He's a drug dealer.
I forgot about that.
Sketchy.
So I'm gonna like crouch down and then like Lyco's gonna come up and like I'm gonna like pet him as he like walks behind me and then he just goes
So
like just like
he
one
crouches
leg.
down and Vallah sets his hand on the ruff of this wolf, and the wolf kind of walks behind him, and then the tail kind of kicks up at the end and runs through his hand. Gone. Just completely gone.
Creed stares wide-eyed.
Slack jawed.
Alright, so you lead them through the alleys of the city, kind of
Carefully,
pausing,
like, not
pausing at
draw
thoroughfares.
lots of attention.
Walk down across.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's anybody out of that place or
Yeah, go for it.
like unusual like. Ooh. 22.
Okay. No. Just seems to be normal business, aside from the fact that, building just burned, so that people are, as you walk by, people are talking.
Specifically, I was looking for that other lady.
Demi?
Demi.
No, you don't see her following you. With that roll, though, you do notice, kind of from the plaza, there's the sound of running water has stopped. So the sound of the fountain
That's stopped.
stopped.
Where are you guys going? Where are you guys heading?
Apparently to Dominic.
Cool, we gotta
This
change
is-
the battery.
That's an open. Where exactly is this building that you're taking us to?
It's a house somewhere. I don't know what the layout. I would know what the layout of the city
It's
is.
the northern side of the city.
Okay, I'm gonna give the dagger to Amari and then I'm gonna go back to the plaza.
Okay.
And I'll just be like, I'll meet you, whatever.
Okay. I got a stone. I'll take
Yeah, I
it
was
over.
gonna say, yeah.
Alright, so you walk back into the plaza.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna follow you.
Great.
You walk
You
back
got a
into the
little
plaza.
follower.
I told you, you've got another familiar.
Freaking shadow.
Start- Looking around, the two streams of water have stopped.
Do I see a reason?
You start looking around and walk up to the fountain. You look down. You see a coin. Disappear.
Like in the?
Another one disappear.
Like at the bottom of the.
At the bottom.
They're just vanishing?
And you see the person next to you collapse.
Whoa! What the crap?
Stand there.
From evaporating out above the fountain, this big like pterodactyl form
What just happened?
buffeting like 3 people to the ground and
What is happening?
flies up and dives down and snatches someone and just flies away.
What the crap? Can I not do anything in this time?
Another one disappears.
Okay, what's happening?
People are coins.
Coins are disappearing.
Coins.
Coins are disappearing.
Okay, can I figure out, can I see anything that's
Is
happening?
your money disappearing in your
You feel
pocket?
one of your coins, and the person next to you falls to the ground.
Okay, what is...
Can I make a perception check?
I mean, yeah, you can take.
No,
a
I'm
look
gonna
around.
make an investigation.
You're an investigation check.
What are you investigating? What are you investigating?
The
to see?
cause or the source of this thing.
I'm guessing
I rolled
for
a
every person that
19.
threw.
So,
A 19.
yeah.
You like
Well,
quick
wait,
look around.
So 21.
Okay, so you quick start looking around and you're trying to figure it out, and almost like a rock like hits one of the buildings and just tears a hole in the building, and like a puff of like smoke comes up, and you're looking around trying to find it, and like as they blink out of existence, you see a little like glimmer, and then a little glimmer. You can't really like they're disappearing, and like. And every time
Where the
something
heck did
happens,
this pterodactyl thing go?
it is flown out across the ocean. Like it is gone
With a
towards
person.
the ocean with a person.
What is happening? I don't like this. Okay.
I'm guessing for every person that threw a coin in is now disappearing along with the coin.
You saved a small child.
Chaotic good, guys.
I think that's the first time that kid's thrown something in the well, though.
As you watch one of the coins blink out of existence, you watch like right next to you this cat-like form, this leopard, just appear and just bound off through the city. Coins are still disappearing.
I mean, taking them out of the water doesn't seem to do anything because they're. I mean, I'm not there, but.
You feel another one of your coins go.
Yeah, it's one of the coins. Because she
Well,
took
good
everything
thing,
out.
good
and
thing
her
I wrote
coin
down what I
disappeared.
took.
Okay, can I look around and see who is not alarmed?
No one. Everyone is freaking out. There was a pterodactyl just like buffeted 3 people to the ground and flew off. 2 people that you can see have fallen, presumably dead. A rock just crashed through one of the buildings there's now smoke coming out of it.
And a leopard.
Can I investigate the bodies to see the cause of, like, are they okay with the cause of
Make a medicine check.
medicine check?
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be a straight roll.
Yeah, it's gonna be a straight roll.
There's +1 because of your wisdom modifier.
No,
14.
14? You look at him? No marks.
Start dating.
No like blood coming out of anywhere. Just dead.
Okay. I'm gonna back out of the plaza.
Alright.
Maybe, I'll run up to like the nearest building and run up it and see if like it's spread throughout the town or if it's just central in the plaza.
As you run up the building, you leap up on the top. You see smoke rising from 2 different points on the horizon, and you see a big spray of water come out of the harbor. You see a large form flying inland.
What kind of form?
This is bird-like.
Crap follows us, man.
I think it's just coincidence. I don't want to say.
I mean, we do have 2 HMRs in one place.
Well, Kree's gonna shout up to Vallah and ask him what does he see.
I'll relay information.
Okay. As you stand there and watch, you see something in the north of the city. Smoke starts to rise.
Okay, where's the nearest smoke?
Your smoke's probably about 600 feet away from you, north, like over the buildings.
Okay. I'm gonna run down, click my tongue, grab him, jump on Sir Pickles, and take off towards the nearest.
Okay. You watch as Vallah. I've been messing up everything. As Vallah runs down the building and like skids to a halt. Out from his chest erupts a massive black battle horse. He grabs the back of the saddle and jumps on. Yeah, hits the sides of the horse and down the street. People are like, there's like basically no one on the street. You see a few bodies lying on the street as you run up and hang a left over to the smoke. What are you doing?
He just said he grabbed
Yeah, I
me.
grabbed her.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go running off up. Are you guys still just going to Dominic's?
Yeah, do they notice any of this?
You do see a couple columns of smoke. You hear one scream to your left.
Is this your people?
I don't think so.
They seem to know a lot of
I
things.
don't know.
You guys walk out into a street and you see someone just crumble dead.
Thanos.
Okay,
It's not like crumble, like just their body, they just fall over dead.
Well, yeah. The coins are disappearing.
Do I know any? Like, I've been here for a while. Do I
Is this a
know
normal
anything?
occurrence?
No idea what's going on. Like weird things are happening all at once.
The end of the world.
It's the end of
as
the
you,
world
like-
as we know it.
You guys keep going towards Dominic's and there's a column of smoke in the north.
Yeah. Can you drop that?
You come out to where the building would be and it is on fire. Dominic's is all on fire. You see 1, 2, and 6 outside with Dominic holding like a pile of things. 6 has like some of her hair is burnt. She's got burn marks, and 1 like runs back into the building. And that's where we're gonna pick up
Also,
next week.
Just real quick, I'd like to point out 1 has a fox tail.
Okay.
2
Dominic's
has-
is on fire.
2 has rams.
And we're done.
Rams horns.
Dominic's like their building?
Yeah.
Oh, nice job, you idiot. What's your thing?
Okay.
And 6 has antlers, wings, and a tail. Deer tail, deer antlers, and then like feather wings.
I went by fast.
Yeah. I'm so confused.
Okay. Oh, mama drama. This is gonna be good.
Yeah. So I didn't shoot so many characters, but like they kind of just all of my characters just exploded at the same
Well,
place.
we didn't start in my hometown. I also didn't put that many characters, and a lot of time has passed.